Hey everybody, how you doing? Saturday, June 24th, 2023. Great to see you guys today. It's my 150th live stream. I can't even believe it. It's been such a long and fun journey with you guys, and it's not done yet. It's not done yet. We're going to have tons of fun and hang out for a little while on a Saturday. Look at some stuff today, which is cool. We got Dark Side coming up tomorrow. We got Disney speculation and people buying the partner statue because of those really interesting tweets for sure. We got a ElmonX drop coming up from Patrick Hughes that looks absolutely amazing, you guys. You're not going to believe this kind of stuff. It's absolutely crazy. We got Hinana over here being spotlighted by VV, and I want to give him a shout out in just a second. I got a little 150th little tribute video I put together, for you guys with some of my funnest highlights, and I'll show that in just a little bit as well. I did a video recently too about the top 20 and actually went to 25 of the common comic books, so we can look at those as well if you want, just because we did that whole list of the top 25 most valuable comics in VV and DC, but I did a top 20 of just the commons because it's a completely different list. And of course, we'll show that too. And then VV, I saw, has an announcement right here of another comic that's coming out. So we'll look into that. And then we'll look over at the back cows, like at DC, how those comics are doing from that drops that we just had, the Superman one, metaverse, multiverse, not metaverse, but multiverse variants for sure. That's going to be fun to check that out as well. And then, of course, we'll look at some Cryptoid stuff and Chico and Rocco, and we'll just have fun and hang out, you guys. But I just wanted to hang out with you guys today. It's my birthday weekend. My birthday's on Monday officially, but it's my birthday weekend. So I did, manage to get a really fun birthday present from my family so far. And I'm playing it this weekend, and I'll show you what that is in a little bit. But, it's a video game, and you're never too old to hang out and play vids. That's for sure. I'm having a blast playing it right now at the house, bringing me back to my past for sure, like that. And then we'll just hang out, and I'll just see what you guys are up to for sure, right? It's been such an incredible long journey that I've had here on, YouTube, right? 150 live streams. I can't even believe it, actually. It's quite crazy. And, we just go every couple of days, every few weeks, a couple a week, maybe 3 a week, and just cover the stuff that's been going on, in the NFT space. And of course, over on VV and all these platforms that I love. And of course, meeting you guys has been great. We've been having such a great time. I got my Discord, community. And if you guys have joined as members and stuff like that, I really appreciate that. It's been great. And we got our drop head NFTs, which, I'm still doing those obviously every week with rewards and all sorts of stuff for my members. And we're just going to keep expanding on that. I'll tell you about a couple of different things that are coming up for that as well, right? It's going to be lots of fun for sure. And, we got hopefully a couple of guests might pop in and say hi as well and hang out. That could be fun. It is Saturday, so it is a busy weekend for sure for a lot of people. It's the end of the school year. So, we got my family coming home now, and things are going to change a bit. I'll be doing more live streams on Saturdays and weekends, whereas throughout the year, I wasn't really able to do a ton of live streams on the weekends because I coach a lot of sports, and there's always tournaments and things that were going on the weekends. But now in the summertime, we'll be able to get back to some Saturday and Sunday stuff and have some fun, because these are the kind of days where we can just chill out, hang out together, talk about what's going on, talk about what's going on in the market and stuff, talk about what's going on, just basically over the whole Web3 space and stuff. We got, that whole Fortnite event with a Dot Swoosh, that was quite interesting as well. I am going to go to that NFT Now article and read about that one, because there's a little bit of interesting take on that whole thing, and it's quite something what's going on in the whole space in general, right? I mean, we got David Yu over at Warner Brothers. I don't know what he's doing over there. I mean, he's probably hanging out, maybe getting ready for the Batmobile to show up. I talked about that a little bit. My last live stream showed some video footage not some video footage, but some pictures of what he was doing. You got Cryptoys going over to Disney as well. I mean, you got the Disney patents, all this speculation about the Disney patents, right? So It's quite crazy. But here's a little shout out to Hinano right here. This is so cool over on Vivi doing the collector spotlight. And of course, we love you on the channel here, Hinano. You're one of the awesome members of the community, of course. Just the Vivi community in general, and also of this channel, been such a support. And even though we don't live in the same town, I feel like we'd be great friends. Of course, I feel like that already. So hopefully, I'll get a chance to fly out to Hawaii and hang out, and we can do a live right from your backyard. And thanks for having me on the Real Podcast as well. It's been great. But here's what Vivi said about Hinano right here. Let's give it up for our next collector spotlight. The Real Hinano, co-host of the Real Uncommon podcast. If you guys haven't seen that, you have to make sure you do. I know you guys do, because we're all here together, right? For sure. Hinano boasts an impressive collection on Vivi, achieving the rank of Master Collector and bringing that positive energy to the Vivi fam. So that is amazing. Look at this, a collector spotlight. There's nothing more powerful than a community standing together. We are in the Vivi-verse. His birthday is on December the 9th, 2021, as a Vivi birthday. So I got him beat by like about, I don't know, a couple weeks. I think we all started to join up around the same time. We all started to show up around that time. There's a big group of people who were not in the first wave, but who are in kind of that second or third wave for sure. First collectible, the DeLorean. That's pretty awesome. Most prized is the Todd McFarlane, the Batman 5604. Sentimental collectible, the Galactica. That's pretty cool. 619. Favorite movie, Back to the Future. I guess that's why this first collectible was the DeLorean right there. And of course, I'm sure he wants all sorts of amazing stuff to come to the app as well. We'll get down. Hold on one second as it reloads right here at the bottom. A little bit of music there. Drop wish list. Hold on a second here. I have to pause the video. Pause the video. There we go. More Star Trek, Star Wars, Millennium Falcon, X-Men 1, Modern Age Comics, Spider-Man 7. That would be nice. Those would all be astounding for sure. I would absolutely love that. I mean, wouldn't you? That would be crazy, right? So let's just big shout out to Hinano for sure. Now let's check out ElmonX right here, because this is something, you guys. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen this Patrick Hughes stuff right here, what's going on, but what I'm going to do right here really quickly, let me just pause this. You can see that these are like these little cubes and stuff, but you got to see this video here. So here, this is what I'm going to do right here. Hold on one second. I'm going to show this video, okay? And it's actually quite something. Hold on one sec. We got, where is it? Right here. You got to see this, and make sure you follow it. Hold on. Let me just get the volume up right here on this one. See if you guys can hear this, okay? Because this is pretty damn cool. Okay, let me see. Let me just test it and see if you guys can hear it first.
My latest work,
can you guys hear that?
Is I've taken.
Let me know. Can you guys hear that? Just let me know down below if you guys could have, if you guys heard Patrick speak. Hold on. Let me just play it for a sec.
Out of paintings and made them just on their own.
Someone comment. Let me know you can hear them.
Which is in my hand is a bit of retrospective.
Okay, good. Okay, let's just play this right here, guys. This is quite something. Okay, hold on one sec. I can't believe the way that these look in real life.
Check this out. Is I've taken some of the shapes out of paintings and made them just on their own. So the dice, which is in my hand, is a bit of retrospective, but just on its own, coming towards you and going away from you. And in the same way, I've done a Rubik's Cube. This is a bit.
Look at this.
And I've turned it and moved it, taken it out of the painting and made it into a great big Rubik's Cube. These are my latest offerings as NFTs. The dice and Rubik's Cube. This is the Rubik's Cube. This is the dice. Wash and move.
Isn't that crazy? How do they do that visually? That is nuts, right? Did you guys see that? You guys, I don't know how he does it, but look at how they're moving like that. Look at this. It's like a kind of a three-dimensional kind of thing. And check it out.
Taking it out of the painting and made it into.
Look at how it looks bigger and like. And then when he when he puts it down, look, it's like flat.
Offerings.
Look at that. When he puts it down, it's like it's not a cube at all. Isn't that something? So those are coming out. very shortly here, of course, right? So here, let me just stop that. That was really cool. So you could actually see that right there for sure. Hold on one second. Let me just bring this back up. So that's coming out very soon, right? That's coming out tomorrow. If you actually check my email, this is cool. The Patrick Hughes, die and Rubik's Cube drop right here on the 25th. So this is coming out tomorrow at 9 a.m. So if you have a Lamore, okay, if you have a Lamore right there, you can actually get in and get this one. And I'll show you, hold on one second right here. I'll show you the ElmonX Lamore. Actually, I can just go to my own profile because I actually own that one. So check this out right here. If you got one of these, okay, the Lamore, there's the animated one, or you know how this one's right animated right here. You could actually go for that drop, right? So it's kind of like sort of like a gated thing right here. Private sale for Lamore holders right here. I don't know if there's going to be a public sale after, but a private sale is going on right now, and you can pick up those. Those looked really wild right here for sure. Right now, let's get back to this amazing tweet that Vivi put out. And we got the man himself coming into the chat here. Hello.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. How are you doing?
Morning, Aaron. Hey, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. It's my birthday weekend. I appreciate you coming out, man. It's so good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. You gotta excuse me. We just woke up over here. It's like seven something in the morning, so I'm a little bit of a zombie, which is fitting since I'm a drop head. But hello, Chad. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on, man. 150 streams. This is exciting.
Well, yeah, man. Thanks for getting up so early. I forgot that. Yeah, because you're over obviously on the big island over there. I'm on an island too. You know, we both live on islands right here, but we're not islands as people. We are connected, right? Sorry, that was a fun little.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you're over on the island, so like, yeah, your time zone is different. So, like you said, it's like 7 a.m. where you are right now.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So D and I was on a space last night. I think it was at Rebel Duck, and he was on the space until like 4 in the morning. And he asked us, "Oh, what time is it?" It was like also 9 o'clock over here. And yeah, it's interesting when people try to figure out where you are and like, oh, it's 9 o'clock over there at night. So
yeah, well, well, you're not so far behind. I got you up good on a Saturday. Now you can make a productive day. You know what? Do you usually sleep in late on the weekends? Like, what about are you?
I try to, but kids, right? So, This is what I did last night. So I told you I had to push out an appointment. Well, my appointment today is today's Daddy Day, so I'm supposed to hang out with my kid. So we played video games till 2 in the morning, so I could make sure she would sleep in. So we're good right now.
You're good. That's awesome. It's Daddy Day, so you guys can hang out. So actually, I was playing vids yesterday too with my son. The video game that I actually got for my birthday present for this weekend is Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Oh.
So we were blowing up zombies last night. Speaking of being a zombie, we were blowing up zombies and stuff and having a great time the last week or so. Actually, the week before that, or 2 weeks ago, we actually picked up Resident Evil 4, right? So, we got Capcom on Vivi, right? So, like, I had to go back. And Resident Evil 4 was the remake. I've been looking at it for ages, but the price has come way down now because it's been a while. And Resident Evil 2 is out. So I was like, so that one was like gifted to me. Resident Evil 4 was gifted to my son. So we've been like blowing up zombies like crazy the last week and a half.
Well, it's funny you say about Capcom. So my daughter and I, we love playing Marvel versus Capcom. And that's what we were playing last night. Marvel versus Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds.
No way.
And, yeah, my thumbs hurt. I mean, when you're 40, your thumbs begin to hurt when you're playing Street Fighter, right?
It's not the same as it used to be.
No, it's not.
I used to be a gamer, man. I used to be a gamer. You start to. Do you guys know? Do you notice you start to lose a little bit of that reaction time that we used to have?
I feel like it's carpal happening over here. So, I don't know, man.
Those are just you got to get in the gym. You got to work those video game muscles.
You got to massage your fingers, huh?
Yeah, you were in the gym last night, the video game gym, getting your your hands back together.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Well, man, like check it out right here. So, I mean, obviously, I wanted to get you on. I mean, I know you've been doing your Real Uncommon podcast. You guys have been doing great on that, and of course, there's that the Twitter space on Wednesday nights that you've always been a big part of. But look at you, man. Vivi put you as a collector in the collector spotlight. I think you're third, are you not? Because we had Silicon Secure, K Collects, and now you.
I was kind of surprised they reached out to me. Because I don't think I'm a master collector. In fact, I think the app is wrong. I'm supposed to be a diamond 1, just for full transparency. But it was nice. I got a DM, I think last week Sunday. I think it's Ryan that runs the social media account, but they
Sure.
reached out to me, and you fill out a survey and they ask you all these questions. So it was cool. I really appreciate it. It's been a little overwhelming. I think you know me by now. I'm not really a spotlight guy. I like to hide in the back. So it's
Yeah.
really nice, and I really appreciate the kind words that the community has given both D and I. So thank you.
That's awesome, man. You deserve it, man. You're like, I mean, there's so many people who do, right? And you're
Lots of
you're
people
definitely
deserve
one of
it.
them. I know you're humble for sure, but it must have been cool to see that happen. And actually, when they tweeted it out, like, so the process, you get like I mean, maybe we should keep it secret just for fun. I don't know the process, right? But it sounds like they message you, and then there's a whole thing, and then maybe we should let people just
Well,
have that
they message
experience.
you, you
Yeah.
sign an NDA right off the bat. I'm kidding. No.
They tell you about every drop coming up for the next 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and full transparency, I'm not rich. I heard I'm a rich person, or I've got the keys to the back of VV's doors. I have none of that, guys. It was just a nice little spotlight they did for me on Twitter.
What, you got the keys?
That's what I heard. I heard I got the keys. I heard I'm rich. I wish I was rich.
You're rich in Vivi. How about that?
Yeah, I'm rich in love.
There you go. And speaking of love, Delilah, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Oh my God. It's been such a great time having you guys in the community, man. It's so cool. Like, thanks for all the support over all the years, man. It's been it's been like almost 2 years now, right? So, and Delilah, I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Having you here is enough, but I really appreciate it. You guys, I mean, you go from like joining. Okay, so I saw right here in the thing, you joined in like just a little bit, right around the same time as me. Like, in that kind of like, I was saying earlier, just before you got, I don't know if it's like a second wave or a third wave of like, like lots of onboarding of people. I mean, there's the original OGs, of course, right? I mean, who were here like before everybody, when no one even knew what VV was. And like, I mean, crazy, right? Who kind of maybe came in through OMI or however they got here, right? Then there's kind of like that other wave that's kind of like sort of in the middle there, like 2 years ago, like this kind of time, spring, summer, there's a kind of a bunch of people who joined around them when they had like drops coming and stuff. And then the big Marvel drop in August. But then there's that other big, I think there's a really big wave of people that came around when we did like October, November, December of like 2021, right? So you're just early December. I'm later, I'm late October, mid-October-ish, right? So like from that to now, and you're on a collector spotlight, that's got to be something, man.
I was telling D last night, a year ago we were just watching YouTube, and now we're actually doing the thing, right? So it's a little surreal, to say the least. Yeah. But I came around, I think it was the Voltron drop. So I came after the golden moments, unfortunately. So I missed that hype stage. But yeah, it's been a wave, and I've just been riding it all the way to the bottom. And here we are.
Now we're down in the shallows a little bit, but we're okay.
Now we're just chilling.
We were deeper. We were scuba diving a few months ago.
Well, I live in Hawaii. I know how to dive. It's all good.
Yeah, you're all good. Yeah, we're in the caves. Soon we'll be down in the caves, center of the earth.
Hey, Aaron, real quick, can I show you something real quick?
Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, let me go up on screen here.
So
hold on one sec. We got VV Vibes joining us too. So let
nice.
me get in here just before. Vibes, how you doing, James?
What's up,
Vibes? Here, Hinano's going to show us something. So we'll chat with you in just a sec. But thanks for coming, man. Here, let me just do this right here. There we go. Okay, Hinano, let's see. Okay. What do you want to show us?
So it's your birthday, and so I wanted to do this on stream. Happy birthday. This is coming to you.
No way, dude.
CD, I told you he'd say no way.
You said I'd say no way?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
this is coming to you.
Man.
So first appearance of, all those characters.
Are you serious? Thank you so much. You have to do that, dude. I'm just happy you're here.
Yeah, happy birthday.
No way, man. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you, man. Oh my God. Okay, well, we'll chat
that's
after,
it.
my friend. I'm kind of speechless. That is so awesome.
That's it. Just happy birthday.
That's it. That's it. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Hinano. That means a lot. It'll have a nice spot. You'll see it here forever. Just like when Jimbo gave us the logos, right? I mean, I'll have that back there with you, or I'll floor it right away. How about that?
Yeah. We'll get Dino on.
You'll get Dino on. I sent him a link. Maybe he'll come. But Vibes, thanks again, man. I appreciate that. And Vibes, how you doing, man? It's been a bit since we chatted, but I saw your live streams the last couple of weeks. You've gotten the market chat up and running again, and after being so busy, right? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just been busy with work now that I feel like I'm kind of my job just like accelerates you like very quickly. It's like every like month, it's like something new going on, new position, new responsibility. So like now it's like, all right, now I'm in the position I'm at. Okay, now I'm going to be kind of like, now I could just focus on just like perfecting those things. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be back doing more streams and all that stuff. So it's always great, dude. 150 streams. That's a lot. That's a lot of streams, and that's a lot of dedication. I think it really says something when you have a lot of content creators that are kind of still making content through the bear market and things are down and the market sentiment's not doing well. And people are fighting NFTs and this project and that project and VV's dying and all that stuff. But no, but honestly, both of you guys have been like super, super positive. Probably easily the two most positive people in the community are both of you guys, like right here on the screen, which is awesome. I'm kind of more, I don't know. I kind of like to just say it how it is, but you guys obviously are the same way, but also very positive as well. So we appreciate that. And it's your birthday week this week. I guess I just read the last part of the stream. So
yeah, it's like my birthday weekend. Like I won't be doing anything on Monday or anything for YouTube because that's my actual birthday. And actually the last day of school for my kids, I don't know about you guys and stuff, right? Like Hinano and stuff, but was yesterday. So they don't go back. So and so we're just gonna have some fun on that day and cruise around and maybe go. The weather's is starting to get really great here on the west coast of Canada. I know you guys live in like the sun, the beauty, like I mean Hawaii and like a Phoenix, right? Like you're still in the Phoenix area, right? Vibes, yeah. So you guys are. We're still waiting for another poolside live from you, Vibes. Remember that one? So yeah. My weather's getting better, so we'll probably hit the lake or something like that, and which is what we like to do. But man, yeah, the reason I sent you a link again, Vibes, because I mean, we had the crew going there like a year ago, right before things kind of life got in the way. It was like we were always over on Rob's channel, right? Rob's stuff, and I sent him a link too. I don't know if he's what he's up to today, but maybe he'll pop in. I sent Dino a link because with the four of us, I mean, you probably remember the four of us all goofing around all the time. We're over on Rob's channel, and like every day, Rob was like live streaming, and so there was a couple times when I'd pop in, I kind of feel like, oh, maybe am I here too much? Like, am I going to piss him off? But because he'd always have anyone wants to join sort of thing. And it was such a great time. I mean, through that whole period, I started living because of Rob's stuff, really, and seeing everybody else. But because he was doing lives through that time, that early 2022, I was like, oh, maybe I could do a live stream too, right? And I can't remember the exact first one I did was probably like February or something like that. And and then it was fun. Like I actually had a lot of fun, right? So. And so we were the four of us were always together. I know Hinano, you were always there at that time too. Like, and now you're on like doing vids and like getting into it too. So, it's just been a really fun journey. It's just fun. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have a blast every time I go live, just because of everyone in the chat, like all the great people we met. And there's always so much to talk about. I used to worry early on, like, oh, okay, what am I going to talk about? And then I wouldn't. Okay, well, I can't go live today. I don't have a lot to talk about. But just like a week ago, I went live and I was just going to do like a half an hour like live stream. And I was on for like almost 3 hours and I had to like get myself off the air because there was so much to talk about like after we went. So yeah, it's been fun, man. But 150, I don't know. We'll see where we go.
I remember those early days when it was me, you, Dino, and Rob, and then Corey back then. I remember Corey was trying to make some sort of like millennial money kind of like group stream.
That's right.
And like I was going to be the market guy. You were going to be like the comic book and kind of
really.
Like,
we had some chats. We had some chats about it, and then Vivi scooped them up.
You can still do that though. You can still try to make one. That would be a cool idea.
And then crypto Crypto Coffee Chris. I don't know, he's changed his name a few times way back then, but he was supposed to be like the crypto guy. So we're supposed to have like a, like every other week or something like that, or like maybe once a week, kind of all get together. We talk about like what's going on in the market on Vivi, and then crypto in general. And then what's, like, hey, is this new release? Obviously Mycollectables has a better idea, or I guess you and Rob have a good idea of like good physical collectibles, what's popular on like the eBay side of things with Rob, like what's popular with like collectibles and comics. And that's something you'd be, more akin to, obviously. So it was kind of a cool concept, but then it was just too many moving parts, and we're like, all right, whose stream are we going to do it on? Is it our stream? Do we make a new YouTube channel? And how are we going to do tips? And like, it was just kind of too many things. We're like, all right, let's just do our own thing. And then about a month later, it was like, oh, the market's taking like a huge crash, and it's been doing nothing but that for a while. I was kind of the same thing too. Every time I turn on my stream, I'm like, oh, what am I going to talk today? The market's down, but like, I mean, chat in the community, like they literally never run out of topics and things to talk about, which is nice. And sometimes we just don't talk Vivi. We talk about Star Trek, or talk about whatever, or just like, oh, I love X-Men, and we start talking about Wolverine or this or that, and we start really getting into it. And I think that's why, like, the community is awesome, because it's like, oh yeah, we're here for Vivi, but it's like we also like Back to the Future. We also like RoboCop and this and that, like all these IPs. It's like we can also just go off on tangents about that instead.
I'm not going to ask you about Eve, okay? I'm not doing it, Vibes. I know that's what you're getting at. We used to play Eve Online, this crazy online spaceship battle game. And we at one time, I remember you and me were like live together. I think I was on your channel or something, and we were just talking about the market stuff. And we discovered that we both had played this game. And it's one of these games that's been going for like 20 years or something like that. It's insane, right? And so we got off on this 1 hour tangent. And I think I saw your viewers like dwindling because nobody knew what we were talking about. But it was so fun. We were like geeking out about it. Like, oh yeah, I remember, and this and that. So there's another, like, there's always communities online building, right? So it's crazy, right? But look at this, Vibes. What do you think of Hinano? Look at him getting spotlighted right here. I mean, come on, man. He's a humble guy, but this is amazing. Number 3.
Retweet it and all that stuff. But no, it's awesome. So I think like I said, I can have thought of a more positive person for them to kind of put up there, and it's nice, and it's also kind of goes to show it's like Vivi isn't always just going after like the top 0.5% of collectors or who owns the most things. Like Hinano said that he's not technically a master collector yet, but I think that's not kind of the point of this. It's just a collector spotlight. Like, these are positive people in the community that are active. These are things that they like. Now it's kind of got me nervous. I'm like, oh, what's my quote going to be? Like, I feel like now for my quote, I think my quote should just be "no way," and it says "way" like an old.
Yeah.
I think the quote is very important. So I'm like, God, at some point when they approach me in like a year or something like that, or whenever they do it, or Mycollectables, I'm like, oh, what's that quote going to be? But I wish list. Like more Star Trek, more Star Wars, more X-Men. Like I'm totally on board with all that stuff. So
yeah. I like your want list there. I love it. Look at this. Where is it here? Hold on. There it is right there. Star Trek. We got to get some more Star Trek.
we want it, Vivi. Bring it.
The Millennium Falcon. Are you kidding me right now? Could you imagine? How do you guys think that would do?
Sell out, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if they kept it by itself and they made it animated, I don't know. What do you think, Vibes? An animated Millennium Falcon that you can fly in your backyard?
Oh, jeez.
That would be pretty awesome. Of course, it depends on the mint numbers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if they make 10,000 of them or something like that, it may not in box price. But I mean, it's easily one of the most iconic, just like vehicles or ships like of all time. Not even just in science fiction, but just like I think of all time. So yeah. I think it would do extremely well, and I think people would like it. Now, if you could kind of like expand it and kind of see the inside a little bit or whatever, like I think that'd be kind of cool as well.
Open it up for Lando's outfits. If you guys saw, the Han Solo movie, he's got all his like outfits in there. Lando, the original. I actually have that Lego set still, the big one. I haven't opened it. It's like right over here. It's like still sealed in the box. Lando's Falcon, like the one that's all not crushed up and. From the Solo movie. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but I love that movie. It's one of my I really love that. Like it didn't get a lot of great press at the time because it came out like too soon after, The Last Jedi, and that one was getting all sorts of weird, like, press, and people didn't, and then they came out like in like the springtime with the Solo movie, and they usually did it once a year, but I actually love that movie. So if we got that Falcon, I would be super happy as well. And what else? You got X-Men #1. I just featured that, right? You saw my did you see my common video the other day where I did all the common comics, the most valuable? And then no, sorry, it's the it was a few days before that, top 25 most valuable comics like that exists. I just basically took them all. And the next one I pick is X-Men 1, man. That's what I'm picking to come. Of course, we need the wait list, but you know.
Yeah. I'm going to go ham on that when it comes. I can't wait for that comic. I'm waiting. I've my gem my gem stack is burning a hole in my wallet. I haven't really bought anything.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to ask you because you were, you know, the Hulk 1 comes and you were, you had prepared yourself for something like that. And then it comes and we're all like, yeah. And now you know, they postponed it because of the wait list. What was your first thought on that one, man? Because you have a burning wad of gems there. How are you going to save those?
Well, I didn't really think about my gems. I thought it was a really good idea that they decided to wait. I'm not sure why, you know, we had to go through that whole motion, but you know, it's good that they decided to wait. Yeah, it sucks that I have a bunch of gems and I'm having a hard time not spending it. I literally put the phone down that day and just decided not to go in the app. And that's the only way I can save gems if I don't go in the app. But I have about, I think 850 gems right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with it. So I'm just kind of like, I don't want to look at it. Trying to stay out.
Do we want to try to help you spend it today? I could give you some suggestions.
Oh no.
Are you guys buying Disney stuff because of the patent speculation? Do you guys see all this stuff? I wanted to ask because I really like, so here's Aeronaut, right? Do you guys follow Aeronaut right here? So he's the one who put out, I think all these like patent stuff.
He's in Disney. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know how to decipher this stuff. I watched Kyle Wilson's video. He did a really good video about this. I watched that. I was like, okay, you know, like with gaming and stuff like that, and all these kind of patents, you know. And then of course you see the partner statue going up. Like the partner statue went up like $600-700 or something like that, or 1,000 gems. But all these tweets right here, you know, like I was going to kind of go through them a little bit, but do you guys have thoughts about this? If you followed it or like, what do you think? I mean, I don't really know what to make of this kind of thing. Like, what does it mean? Does it mean they're going into their own NFT? There's all sorts of weird speculation. Like, oh, maybe they're going to buy Vivi, or maybe they're going to create their own digital, you know, like, you know, NFT like platform, or, you know, maybe there's going to be like a game, you know, there's like the talks of a game that they could have like NFTs in because of these patents. So, do any of you guys have any idea what is going on with this?
No.
Why? I'll start with you. I'm going to put you on the spot. Have you done any research on this? I'm taking that. I'm guessing that's a no.
Part of me is just like, okay, this is kind of cool, but like I haven't looked too much into it, but I'm kind of curious. Like, all right, like what's the source? And honestly, these pictures can be easily just fabricated. You could look up patents and kind of get like the general like format of it, make it look legit and all that kind of stuff. Like who knows? Or it could be completely real, or it's a rough draft that was made like, you know, sometime recently. Like no one really knows. But I mean, that's one thing that's for sure is Vivi's just the market is just very, you know, it's just speculative. You know, the whole thing is speculative. You know, the whole thing could go to zero tomorrow. But you know, I mean, I love the IPs, I love the community, so I don't mind. But all this stuff, I haven't really looked into it too much. I mean, it seems kind of interesting, but I mean, until we get something official, that's really when things start happening.
Well, yeah. What about you, Hinano? Have you thought about this or seen? Because people have been tweeting about it, making vids about it. You know, putting like, do you have any thoughts about it? Because
so I've seen this in Twitter yesterday, and I've seen the community kind of talk about it. I have not looked into it, and I don't know the validity of the source of where you're getting all this material from. But what's cool about this is just the, you know, the buzz, right? You know, whether this is real or not, and someone's leaking this stuff out, that's really cool for us to see. It gets the community kind of like going, gets our bloods pumping for this stuff. You can see also like other projects are also talking with Disney, like Cryptoys. You can see also like David Yu with Ubisoft. I think just, you know, the buzz in the space in general, like stuff like this is just good all around for us. That's what I think. Yeah,
for sure. Because if you guys seen over here, if you go to the market, if you look at the collectibles, if it loads up, I'll bring up the partner statue because I mean, I put out, and I'll bring up my poll question I put out too, right? So here's the partner statue right here, $28.99 as of today. Remember, it was down to 22 or something like that. I think it even tapped 3,000, right? But you know, it went up, and I was actually, you know, I wanted to ask you guys too about this via the notion of owning an iconic piece, like something like the partners, right? Like I don't own, you know, I own a lot of Amazing Fantasies, so that's iconic, and I own, you know, Secret Rare Luke, right? And I thought that was iconic, so I snagged him, and I have Vader and stuff like that, and all that. But like the partners, you know, that kind of level when you start to get up a little bit higher, you know, not owning one of these is pretty like I've been thinking about him for a long time because I wanted to get him when he first came out, and then he went up to 50,000 or whatever, you know, right? So it was like there's no chance of me getting him, right? Even after day 2, you know, when he first dropped. I know you came after the whole gold moments, you know, but you know, he went up like to 2,000, and then the next day he went up to 3,000. Then he was at 5,000. Like it was literally every day he was climbing by like $1,000 or $2,000 at that time. And I was just like, oh my God. And the decon at the time was closing down the marketplace. So you couldn't like just, you had to wait till the marketplace would reopen. And when it would reopen, 5 minutes later, he'd be 1,000 gems higher. So he got out of reach really quickly for a lot of people, including me, because I was looking at him with my wife on that week. You know, I was like, oh man, should I grab one? He's $2,000 right now. And at that time, I mean, I'd only been in the app for a month. Right. So I was like, was I going to put in $2,000 like instantly? I was like, geez, I don't know. And I just didn't feel comfortable because it was too early. Right. And then he was 3,000 the next day because decon came and like there was drops all day. And then, you know, the market reopened because remember we used to have the market closed right on drops. And then he was 3,000. And the next day he was 5,000. I was like, oh my God, he's gone. And even at 5,000, I considered getting him. You know, I considered like my wife and I had a real serious talk about it. We said, oh my God, should we do this? This is nuts. And of course, if I would have got him, he would have went all the way up. But then would I have sold him at the top? No. And if I did, I would have bought other stuff and that all came down. So it's all relative. So now that he's around that 2,200 to 2,300 range, you know, for a while now, right? I've been really staring at him. And when something like this happens, then just this kind of speculation, Disney, like here's the tweet, right? Disney's about to change the way we think about NFTs, the patent application. There's all sorts of images here that break down sequences of gaming and stuff like that. And then like, you know, a card-based game. I mean, there's another game too that people brought up. I can't remember the name. If anyone remembers in the chat, it's like Nitties or Nifties or something like that. I'm butchering it, but there was a game that people were thinking maybe this is connected to. This happens, and then this guy goes up. So I was looking at like getting him around 2,200 if he dropped under 2,000. I even thought he might drop to under 2,000. Yeah, I think he did even for a second. And I was thinking about maybe now's my time to sell a few Amazing Fantasies and go after him. Now he's up to 3,000 again. So I don't know, man. You don't have that far to go, Hina. I know you could.
I want one. I do.
You don't have that far to go.
Yeah, just sell some more.
Oh
it's kind of a fine line you're trying to walk where it's like, all right, I want to wait because I think it's going to go cheaper, but then you know you get these announcements and it kind of makes the price go up, and then it's like, all right, I was waiting for it to go under 2,000, and like maybe in the next week or two it could have, but now with this announcement, now it's up to 3. Now it could take 2 or 3 months or even longer. And then at that point, all right, now are we in a bull run, and now it's never going to go below 2,500 again or whatever it is. So it's kind of a fine line to walk where it's like, oh, I have plenty of time. Like it's going to keep going down. I'll keep accumulating or buying stuff I like. And then at the same time, I'm like, ooh, what if something happens? Or what if there's that? Because all it takes is a single tweet, right? Like whether it's David Yu or Disney or whatever, or like all it takes is one tweet. And then, I mean, we've seen multiple times, just collectibles, just double, triple, quadruple in price or just completely skyrocket. And you're just like, oh, okay, I guess that's never coming back down again. I mean, we saw with the Infinity Gauntlet, right? Like the secret, like Eye of Agamotto, the Aether, the Power Stone or whatever, like the Aether thing, like that thing was at like 30 or whatever gems. I remember I bought one at 30 gems. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And then all of a sudden they made the last announcement. And I think part of the reason why it pumped so much is because technically that was the gatekeeper of all the other ones because it has the least amount of mints. And they found out the Soul Stone. It's like, oh, there could be like over 10,000 Soul Stones. So yeah, I mean, that's not going to be the issue. So, I mean, Aether just, you know, literally did a 10x over the next like few days. I was just like, holy moly, that thing just really took off. So sometimes all it takes is one tweet. So, you kind of have to walk that fine line. But honestly, if partners just up and got away, like there's so many other things I like on the app. Like I like X-Men, I like so many other things. So that's kind of one thing I've definitely learned over the last like year and a half on VV. Is like it's okay to let things go. Like there's so many good things on the app where it's like, like I like Disney. I know partner statue is super iconic, but it's like I could just wait for like X-Men #1 to come out, get some comics of that, or when the Wolverine or like Gambit collectible comes out on the app, I'll get some of those. Like there's so many good things coming. It's like, it's not the worst thing. Would it be nice to have? Yes. And would it make you stand out in the community? Of course. But there's so many other things I like instead. So
yeah, totally.
Yeah. I actually want the partner statue. And so like my whole game plan and the reason why I sold a bunch of my gems was to wait for some type of Hulk 1 or X-Men 1 announcement and then buy the gem squeeze. And so like besides partners, there's like maybe 4 or 5 other targets I have, like Fantastic Four #1. That's another grail that I would love to have, or like GSX1 SR. I'd love to have that too. So
like
I think
FF1 secret rare.
What's that?
FF1 secret rare.
Yeah, FF1 secret rare. That's one of the ones I want to get too. So I mean, we'll have potential, I think, entry points depending on what they release. And then we'll have like a certain time to get it depending on how it squeezes. Because we'll get a gem squeeze for something big like Cap 1 or something like that. I think.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. And like vibes, that's a good attitude to take because, you can like, we've all felt it, right? You can see things that we don't own because there's only some people own all the big stuff, right? And they're covered. But like, for a lot of people, having just one of these iconic things, that's okay. You can feel good about that, right? I got my secret rare Luke, I got him ahead of time, I that was one of the first ones I was able to get before it actually went up, like with really good, like insight in my own brain where I grabbed it and then, there it went, and I was like really happy to get it. Right. But the partners one is one, like you said, like I've been looking at this thing for 2 years and it was starting to get down. I mean, look at the comment by If It Ain't Raining, right? We all know If It Ain't Raining, right? So 780 gems in my wallet. I sold most of my vault to pick up our partners at 21. And then it jumps $1,000. Oh, like I know exactly what you mean. But waiting for another big announcement because we're always going to get one. But, with the waitlist thing with the comic books, we're not going to get a Grail comic book until they get that figured out clearly because Hulk 1 was pushed back. So X-Men 1, like he said, or some people were like, oh, Captain America 1 could come on July the 4th this year, right? Like, who knows, right? I mean, right there, I mean, that would be, and there's people who think that one would rival Amazing Fantasy in the app, depending on edition size, of course, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's always going to be something big coming. And, so you will have windows, but, with Disney and this whole patent thing, just that alone, like you said, all it takes is a little bit of speculation and boom. I mean, if David Yu goes to Disney, because, Will at Cryptoys is at Disneyland right now, right? Or at the Disney Studios or whatever. He tweeted that image out that Cryptoys is there talking with Disney, right? So, and then we saw David Yu, his Instagram post where he's at Warner Brothers with the Batmobiles. You see all those pictures he put out of the Batmobiles and stuff. And so if David Yu's next tweet is like at Disney again, I mean, see your partners for a while, it'll probably go up to 4,000, right? I mean, like, honestly, right? So, I don't know.
It's interesting seeing. I mean, these things have done a pretty good job holding their value. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of stuff went down 90+%, 95%, whatever it is. But it's just so interesting that, I mean, despite the mints, back then, I think the mint sizes were relatively high. But I mean, the fact that there's over 4,000 partners, yet it's still, everyone wants one, right? And it's still relatively hard to get one. So I'm kind of doing a Hernandez thing. Like there's like 5 or 6 things I'm trying to get on the app and I'm just waiting for that next gem squeeze. So it's like the perfect point would be some sort of like big event, kind of like, all right, we dropped the last Hulk and there was like a big comic drop and there could be some other like speculation going on. Like if you have 3 big things that are all happening within like a week or so, people are just selling everything off. They're just flooring their AF-15s. They're flooring these other good things that are just like, all right, I'm going to buy that. I think that's the perfect time to do it. So that's kind of what I've been waiting on. Like I've been waiting to buy like Amazing Fantasy 15 common and a few other things as well. Just like, I'm like, all right, if Amazing Fantasy 15 gets to like really close to 300 or just below it, like I'm definitely going to snatch one up. But right now it's at, 350, 400, or it's kind of been moving around between those two. So yeah, I think that's the good strategy. I'm just looking forward to like X-Men #1. I think if that drops, it's gonna be a top 3 comic on only #2 to like Amazing Spider-Man 252 and like Amazing Fantasy 15, because those are but I really think like the commons of those could probably push like 70, 80 gems, in my opinion. At least like initially the first like couple days, you know, it flies up, then it goes down a bit, then goes up, then down. Like it, you know, all the kinds of stuff happens. But
here you go, guys, right on screen.
That's it right there. Oh.
These are all coming, you guys. We're gonna have all these at some point. You know it's true, right? They're all going to be in both the apps, right? Or at least not the DC app, but the platform. These
right there, right there's your partner statue entry point right there.
Yeah, no doubt. Look at it, X-Men 1, Hulk 181. So this one here, like I put these prices out. So like I said, I did a top 25 common comics, just ranked by their price, right? Yeah, like a day or two ago. And because I did the most valuable comics as a video, and I just, you know, just in order, right? Like, you know, secret rares, ultra rares, all that. They're just whatever's the most valuable on both DC. And then people were asking me, well, what about the commons? Because that list is like, you know, it's a monster list. I mean, we're talking like the top of the top of the top, right? So, but what about just the common covers of like all, like which ones are the best? And if you have vault value or an app like that, you can just go and like sort, right? But you know, putting them together is so interesting. These, like the common comic covers, the top 20 is a different list than the secret rares and the ultra rares in terms of value. Like you know, Tales of Suspense, you know, 38 with Iron Man is number 9 as a common, but it's number 19 as a secret rare. Like, isn't that weird? Like it's actually, you know what I mean? It's not like it's like if you took the secret rare of that and moved it into the 9th position, it would be over 2,000 or something, right? But it's like 850 or whatever. And so the common though is right up there, like in terms of like the original cover. So these covers affect things like even Spider-Man 300 is up there, you know, and that comic, it's not even in the top 25 as a secret rare at all. Like it's just that cover is so powerful. So these covers, this Hulk 181 cover, the reason I'm saying this is the Hulk 181 may only be 78,000 here, but if it comes to VV, it's going to be top 10, I think, as a common comic. I think just the way the VV community talks about it, just because of the cover, it's probably going to be like, I mean, the top 10, you have to be around the 40 to 50 gem range at this point to get into the top 10. But like, there's X-Men 1 that could be top 5. Avengers 1. I mean, there's Cap. Oh my God. And look at Action Comics and Detective Comics right there.
Those are gonna be big. I did have an idea, and I actually haven't done like a video like in a long time. I've always just done live streams because I can always just turn on the stream, talk to the community, have a good time. Videos take, as you know, Mycollectables takes a bit of prep time. You have to make sure everything looks right and all that stuff. But just kind of noticing the connection between like the commons and the rares. Like it's so strange. I've been kind of like, I wanted to dig through it more, but it's like, it's weird that like the Amazing Fantasy 15 rare is less than the common, which kind of makes sense because the common cover is so iconic.
Yeah.
But then you look at some other collectibles where it's like the common is $2, but the rare is like, you know, $10. And then some other comics, like the common is at $5, but the rare is at a different price, or sometimes even the correlation between like rare and ultra rare. Sometimes the rare is like half the price of the ultra rare, so it's like $7, $14, $15. Then other times like $50, and then the rare is still at 10. I'm like, I'm kind of curious like what the correlation is between like common and rare, and then like rare to ultra rare, and like because it's pretty like mathematically accurate, where it's like there's usually like 6,000 commons, 2,000 uncommons, 1,000 rares, 500 ultra rares, and like 25 or 250 secret rares. So it's like the math makes sense, like at least the rarity wise, like just the amount of mints, but the math doesn't add up with like the amount of mints or like the prices and all that stuff. So it's like kind of an interesting correlation. Like it's funny because like Amazing Fantasy 15, like the common cover, obviously it's super iconic, but it's like I would think the rare would be like still a little bit higher, not cheaper than the common cover, but I don't know, like maybe time will tell. I'm kind of curious to see if things will switch, or you know, maybe we don't have enough comic collectors on the app that really value like variant covers and all that kind of stuff. And if they do like that aspect of it, all of a sudden now rares are surpassing some of those super iconic common covers on things like Hulk or AF-15 and things like that. Because that seems to be the case where it's like the common. I remember even Black Panther FA, like the common is like higher than like the rare. It's like, what's going on here? But it's kind of what I'm going to dig into.
Yeah, AF-15 is a real mystery to me, guys, because Most of the uncommon comics have like passed the common covers now, just because of scarcity. If you look at Fantastic Four 1 and all that kind of stuff, and even most of the newer comics that have come out, the uncommons have always been lower. But if you go to the market, you'll notice that most of the uncommons now have actually gone above the common, or at least are at equal value. Whereas AF-15 uncommon is like 120 gems below. It just doesn't make any sense to me. That cover, it's the same cover, but it's just black and white. But I think maybe because it's expensive, you know, it's not a stackable item, so it doesn't have any MCP value to it, because you can't really stack, you know, like a comic of that magnitude for master collector. But all the cheaper comics that have come out, the uncommons have gotten a lot more attention because there's that extra half a point that we're supposed to get, and you can stack them for as much as you want. So people are stacking the $5 to $8 to $9 comics, like, and they're above the common now. You know, but that AF-15, it's tough because that cover's so iconic. You know, but that uncommon and the rare too, like they should be closer. I mean, the rare is like under the common, right? Which is interesting. Like
right now, and I'm just like,
yeah,
it's at 315, and then for the rare, and then the common's at 350, and the uncommon's at 220 right now, basically. And so it's like, you know, it's just kind of like a weird like phenomenon, just like in the comic books, where it's like, it's almost like the more iconic the cover, it's like it devalues all the other rarities in between, like basically common and like ultra rare. Those are always just below the common. So, but I know, you know, you're more of an ultra rare guy, aren't you? I think I remember you saying that, or maybe it was someone else. I think that's true.
I used to collect a lot of the secret rares, but I sold off a lot of my secret rares last year, and so now I've been collecting ultra rares just because they're cheap. You can get an ultra rare for like between $12 to like $18. You know, on drop day and stuff like that, maybe even cheaper depending on the first half an hour of drop time. But I've been collecting a lot of the uncommons. Actually, I'm a big fan of variant covers, and I love black and white covers. So I'm the oddball. And so, like, uncommons, I've been collecting those from the start. And you're right. For some reason, now the floors are dwindling away on the uncommon. But I think it's just personal preference on the covers. You know, on what everybody wants. And, you know, maybe one day we'll get more people in the app that'll appreciate the black and white covers. Because, you're right. It is a bit odd that the rare for AF-15 is cheaper than the common. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's quite something, isn't it? I don't know.
I feel like buying one.
It's a weird scenario, but I think it's okay to obviously to be an oddball, right? Because even though, you know, you have less competition and less people are buying into it, you can buy cheaper, and then you might have less people to sell it to because not everyone's buying, obviously, common and uncommons. But you know, you don't need 50,000 people to sell your comics. So you only need like maybe a few dozen people that just really like the same covers as you do. You know, at the same time, you know, it's like, you know, the same thing with like secret rares. It's like you don't need to sell your secret rare to 100,000 people. You just need one person that likes that cover, right? Or that likes that same secret rare. You know, your price is at the floor or your mint number or whatever it is, and they like it and they buy. You only need to find one buyer. You don't have to find a bunch of people. So I do think that that uncommon rare kind of thing, for a long time, and I still am. I have a soft spot for like ultra rares, just because it's the colorful, it's the kind of like the best version, or it's the colored in version of the variant cover. And I do think some people really like that. And I think it's like the perfect balance between like scarcity and it's still like a really unique cover, because I mean 500 mints is still very, very low. Like, I know the secret rare is at 250, but 500 is still like really, really low, and sometimes you can get it for a fifth or even like a tenth of the price of the secret rare counter. So I like that aspect of it,
and it looks good. I mean, it looks really nice with the exclusive cover art.
Yeah, it's true. Like that's why I was getting AF-15 at uncommon, because it was so much lower than the common, and I was just like if you look at like Marvel Comics 1, I know there's more mint sizes, like more like a bigger mint run on the common, but the uncommon's above the common. It's been like that. Same with Ultimate Fallout 4, Fantastic Four 1, Spider-Man 1. Any of the bigger comics, usually the uncommon's higher, right? Unless the cover is really iconic, which I think AF-15, that's a big thing about it. But it's the same cover, but it's just black and white. So, but 120 gems lower, that to me seems like very strange, you know. And if I find it really fascinating, it doesn't bother me. I just like being able to buy them at 200 to 215, and you know, those AF-15s. And I'm just like, it's really fascinating to me that it's that much lower. You know, is it like, because it's the same cover, right? So it's not like it's like, because if you get a rare and ultra rare, like, you know, with some of these covers are totally different, like they're completely different. And then it's personal preference if you like the artist, like you guys said, right? But on some of these big ones, they've made those. I really liked how they've made the rare and the ultra rare look the same, like the Black Panther Fantastic Four comic. I mean, those are great. That the Punisher, first appearance comic, those are very similar, like to the original cover, AF-15, of course. And Hulk, Hulk 1's going to be interesting to see what happens with that when we get it. I mean, sorry, I cut you off, Nano. I think you're going to say something.
No, it's funny you bring up on that Punisher ultra rare cover. I think he looks full at that cover. If you really look at him, he looks like he had a big lunch and now he's ready to shoot somebody. If you really look at him, he looks like he's like tight in the gut.
You think he's got the dad bod?
I think so. That's dad bod ultra rare Punisher.
The Boba Fett dad bod Punisher.
I'm sorry, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
No, that was funny actually. If I actually show that, hold on. I'll put that on screen right here. We can critique how many times he needs to go to the gym right here. Let's see. Oh, he's thick. He's so thick. Look at him right here.
It's like he had a big lunch.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's all the bullets. Or whatever.
That's what it is.
What are these bullets? Like what are those? Those aren't bullets. Are those like tubes? Those are like tubes. Have you ever really looked at him? What are you wearing? Like these are tubes.
It's a back strap because he's old.
He's a back. Yeah, it's a back support. It's a lumbar support, lower back support. Bob Sales, thank you so much, man. Not staying today, but wanted to give you a birthday gift. Thank you, man. You have to do that. That's awesome. Thanks for the constant work, my favorite positive person. Have a drink on me later. I will for sure. And by the way, have you guys seen Bob Sales' most recent video on the Hulk one? It's so funny. It's so well put together. Bob Sales did a nice editing job on that. So, man, we really appreciate you. I'm going to show you guys something right here. Okay. I've been saving this. Okay. It's going to take 2 minutes. It's a little video I put together for my 150th. And it's got some moments in there. So it's only about 2 minutes. But you guys want to hang out and watch that for a sec?
Yeah.
Hey, Kobe Collects just gifted memberships too. Thanks, Kobe. That is amazing. Anybody gets one of those, I can see it on my chat right here. Anyone gets one of those, DM me for your drop head for that. Thanks, Kobe. That's great. Look at that. Everybody's claiming them too. Kobe's the champ. I appreciate you, Kobe, for sure. Now, check this out, you guys. Just watch this right here. You guys ready? Okay. I'm absolutely going mad here, everybody. Super happy. He's into the Christmas spirit. Look at him here. He's all excited. Grogu, get off the desk. What are you doing? I'm trying to do a video here. I don't know what. The app is young. It's like, it's over a year old, but it's not like something that is super established long-term already, where, there's tons of people that know about it. We're very young, okay? So we're early in the process. So we're all still learning, including me, right? They're dumping it for like 80% below retail. What are you doing? Honestly, this is just so annoying and upsetting and it pisses me off in so many levels. I got all my Vader stuff out ready. I got my 2 little figures here. They're going to keep me company all the way till the drop and through the day. I got my shirt right here. Check it out. Vader was framed, everybody. It's not his fault. He's not a villain. You want him in your collection, don't you? And then I got over my shoulder the original FA Vader. So I'm going to have an FA Vader in the real world, and I'm hoping to get the FA Vader in the digital world. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video, and I want to ask the question, are we crazy?
I may have a little something I can share if you don't mind.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, why not? I know this is a great
Sure,
show.
sure.
I love how.
No, you are not. No, you're not doing that here. What? What the? No way! Oh my. Boba Fett is coming to Vivi. What? My thoughts about what's going on, inside and outside the Vivi community, and more importantly, talk to you about the fact that we won't be stopped. Vivi won't be stopped. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video for you. This video is about my Vivi must-have list.
That's awesome. That was like a what's it called, like a YouTube rewind thing where you kind of get a rewind of since the very beginning, which was awesome.
It's a montage.
That was
Could
cool,
you guys
man.
hear that? Could you hear it okay? Because I've never done that before.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think my two favorite parts were the AF-15 announcement, because that was huge. I mean, they announced by far the most iconic comic on Marvel ever on your stream. And my other favorite one was like, welcome back to another video. Are we crazy or are we nuts? I forgot what you said. I was actually laughing. I didn't mute myself, but I was actually laughing. I'm like, well, we all kind of are a little.
Yeah, that video was all about grails on the floor. Like, why are they still sitting there? Like, are we nuts? Like in the bear market, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, and I think it was really about Miles, because Miles Morales was a little bit cheaper then. And of course, look at him now, right? He's nuts. So yeah, man, I just put together just a bunch of little clips. There's so many more. That was fun to do. It actually wasn't that it was hard to search. There's so many videos and so many like fun moments. I wish I could share like so much stuff, but I mean, you guys have been a huge part of it all.
150 streams.
I know, right? And how many have you guys done over there on yours?
I think you guys done 33 videos. We're a little tiny fish, so
you're on your way though, man. You're going. Are you enjoying it? Like,
yeah, we have a good time. I think we talked about it earlier. I get lost in it whenever I do an interview, and I go into tangents. Like we just did an interview. When we do an interview, Thursday night, and we did it at midnight with somebody in Australia. It was a lot of fun, and Dee and I stayed up till 3 a.m, and we didn't realize it was that late because we just had a good time talking to this guy. So we're just having a fun time. I love editing. It's a fun thing for me to do. It's very zen. We're just having a good time. We're not really doing it for the likes and clicks. We're just doing it just to do it. We're just doing, right?
Yeah.
And it's just fun. So we'll see where it goes.
I know, right? You're doing an awesome job. And Vibes, like you always like you've been here for like the longest time. You're like one of the OG. Well, we came around the same time, right? Like October.
Yeah, it was October. I would say we were in the I'd say before Marvel, like maybe before Golden Moments. That was like kind of like the golden age of all the people joined in super early. We're like the silver age of
the silver age,
whatever it is, because silver age is going to last a bit longer. But like I think the next huge bull run or next huge announcement, that's a whole new era of EV where it's like we're now getting 3, 4, 5 times more people on the app now because this big announcement, or Disney or VV or whatever it is in partnership or whatever's going on. So it's been a fun time. It kind of stinks that I had to take a break for a bit, but I was still active on Twitter and all that stuff. But I do want to kind of get.
Well, what were you doing during that time? I know you had like school and stuff. Like you were like.
Well, I was training. Yeah, well, it was kind of like studying for my job. So I work in finance. So kind of like learning about that. I had to take all these different, the Series 7, the Series 63, and all this kind of stuff. Learning about like the finance industry and all that stuff. So all these licenses I need to even do my job. So I mean that alone took about 3 months, and then starting the job, and then like every month after that has been like something new over the last like 6 or 7 months or so. But it's a great job, and it's definitely it's nice too. It's given me some money to actually start like buying some stuff. So I've been kind of like accumulating a bit more now, and that's why I'm like I'm looking at Amazing Fantasy 15, looking at some other stuff where before I was kind of just using the gems or like the collectibles I had in app, like. I think I only put in a couple $100 when I very first started. Then I like landed Walt and did all this stuff and did all this trading and flipping. But more recently, it's like, all right, it's nice that I can actually put some liquidity in. And now I got my first, I bought my first OMI, like 3 or 4 weeks ago and stuff like that. Like stuff I never, so like I was fortunate because me being lazy actually caused me to buy it at a cheaper price because I was going to buy a bunch like a year ago. And I was like, I don't want to figure it out. And now it's just been kind of going down. So I've been kind of in that tug of war now between like buying, all right, do I buy more gems? Do I buy some OMI? Because the whole OMI aspect of this thing that I feel like not a ton of people are talking about. Because there's a lot of things that Vivi is, or David Dio has kind of talked about that hasn't come to fruition. Like, hey, this is going to happen. We just don't know. So like the whole OUP thing. One thing I wanted to bring out was like the whole burning of comics, right? Like he said, we can burn collectibles, but it's like, what's comic burning going to look like? I think I'm kind of curious. I mean, what your guys' thoughts are on that? What would you like it to look like? Or like, what would be some of the rewards, or how would you kind of want that like comic burning program to look like?
Oh yeah, P-Nano.
Well, I would love to I would love to burn something that's like maybe a secret rare for like maybe a rare secret rare. Like like what if you own like the AF-15 and said, well, if you burn your AF-15, which is like worth 10,000 plus, we'll give you this other AF-15, with maybe the iconic cover, and maybe it's like, I don't know, holographic or something like that, or foil, right? I think if they did something like that, I would be interested in that.
You'd burn an AF-15 secret rare?
For another AF-15
Are you
secret rare?
crazy?
Sure. Yes. I'm nuts. I would do it.
That is awesome.
I mean, if you get like a foil cover of AF-15, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because you guys don't know, foil variants, they're out there. And I'm a big sucker for foil.
Check it out, right?
Yeah, there you go.
$99. Look at the foil on that. Go pick this up, guys, at the comic book shop, everybody in the chat, because this guy is really doing well right now. I know there's an earlier appearance of him, right, in that other Spider-Man, but the foil. Anyway, go on.
No. I mean, like, would you guys do that? Would you burn an AF-15 for a better AF-15?
Oh, well,
could you do it?
If it was an AF-15, yeah, like it'd have to be. I wouldn't. I could do it. Yeah, sure. I mean, because they would be even scarcer and like more desirable, and it'd have to be one of the uncommons though, because I have.
Or maybe you got to burn a secret rare and a common at the same time to get it. You got to sacrifice two.
I'd rather burn. I'd rather burn like, you know what I really think, and I like that idea, right? But I think like the original 3 or 4, Marvel Comics 1, Spider-Man 1, Fantastic Four 1. They're gonna have a burn program, you guys, guaranteed. Boba Fett, I think, is gonna get a burn program. I think those are the 3 comics. This is just my guess. I think those are the 3 comics, and then Journey into Mystery. What is it, 85 with Loki and all that, and some of those early comics, like the Green Goblin comic that we saw a massive sell wall on today. Yesterday, did you guys see the Amazing Spider-Man 14 sell wall of like 300 comments, or somebody like just absolutely massively put a wall there. But I mean, those comics right there, those 3, start your burn program off with that. Burn Amazing Spider-Man 1 and give us something like crazy for that. And like, you're going to see that comic just go nuts. And so like, then you start thinking about it in that way. That's the stuff that I haven't said any of this to anybody. It's the first time I'm saying it because Vibes, you brought up that question. But like, that's been in the back of my head. Like, when are they going to burn Fantastic Four 1? Because there's like 60,000 of them. That's obviously their first choice, in my opinion, just what I think. And what's going to happen? And am I going to have any to burn? They're like sitting at 18 right now, 17 gems on a common, So, I don't want to freak anybody out, but that's what I think. That's what keeps me up at night. Those 3 comics, because the edition size is so huge. So you saw them do it with the Thanos stuff. The edition sizes are really huge, right? On most of the other stuff. And why not do that for the first ever,
It'd be cool if they paired a phygital event to this. Like they, like say they burn FF1 and they also commission artists to do a variant cover of FF1. And then you burn like maybe 3 rarities, maybe, and then you get like something like a better secret rare, and you get the phygital of that ultra rare cover. And now, so now in the real world, they're going to be scarce, right? Because only the people that own that SR is going to also get that physical comic. So what do you guys think about that?
Oh yeah, baby,
that'd be awesome.
Or like the digital frame,
or a digital frame.
Remember those frames we saw at DCon? That have the NFT locked into it. Remember those?
That was cool.
That's what I'm talking. Burn some and get one of those with the NFT.
When are we getting those? Those were cool.
I don't know. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch some DCon video. We could probably bring it up. But there were these frames that were sitting there in the booth, and they had the NFT literally locked into it, and they're coming. They're like literally like the NFTs on display in this glass sort of like frame, and it's like literally locked to that device. And those are coming. I don't know how they're going to do it. I can't remember what they said about it, but they were literally on display there, sitting there in the booth in November. So, one big thing first. There's people who have like grabbing the memberships from Kobe, and thank you so much, Kobe, for doing that. I mean, the guys, it's just Kobe. You've been such a supporter of this channel since the beginning, and right back at you, because we've been kind of during the same journey together. But if anyone gets one of those memberships, DM me, okay, on Twitter or Instagram or in Discord if you're already there. And I'll get you that drop head NFT, right? But Kobe says here, look, I watched your first video ever on my live stream, and you called it Vive. I did. I totally called it Vive. Oh my God, it was such a noob, right? And told a story about finding it and reading Marvel comics with your son. I called you a catalyst for collectors coming, and then he says right here, fast forward 5 months, MC was on the mic. That's when I first started doing lives and stuff. So Kobe's been there since the start, and I've been right with you, Kobe. You're a champ. We all you guys know him, obviously. We love his channel. But I did call it Vive. I did. I totally noobed out.
You Canucks got to stay together, right? You know,
right, that's right, us Canucks. And by the way, speaking of which, speaking of Canucks and Canadians who have not had cash out for 6 months or whatever it's been, you guys are friends across the border, United States. You guys are losing cash out soon. What do you think about that? Hinano, what's your feeling about it? And let me just throw this in at you as well, because, you know, we can talk a little bit more. By the way, if you guys got to go, just let me know, right? But you guys are welcome to hang out the whole time. I'm having a great time, so stay as long as you want. But with DC NFT putting their message out that they're going to be doing a payout system next month using USDT, like, you know, crypto, right? Basically allowing people, I believe it's USDT they're going to use as a form of, like, you know, cashing out. And Vivi, of course, losing their cash out provider, payout provider, wires going down or whatever. And now the United States, are you guys selling now? Are you waiting? Are you not? Does it impact you at all? Or what do you think? Hinano, you go first.
It doesn't impact me at all. In fact, I've already sold, and I think I told you I sold already. So I'm holding. You know, the cash out has never really affected me. I've never cashed out of this app. I don't plan on cashing out on this app.
Yeah,
I'm not over leveraged on the app either. So for me personally, I understand cash out's important. And, you know, if you're watching VV, keep doing what you're doing and work on it for everybody, because we need it. But for me personally, it doesn't affect me one bit. And I'm also glad that Palm is going to be able to have that USDT, you know, outlet for that, because that's good. I'm a big DC fan, so that's good for that. But yeah, it doesn't affect me one bit.
Yeah. How about you, Vibes?
It doesn't really affect me either. I mean, if cash out is available, there might be like a couple things like I would like potentially sell to get some like OMI or whatever, because that's kind of like an easy way to get it. That's my thing, is like, if there's an easy way to get OMI kind of through that directive, I don't know how that kind of thing goes on. Like the whole crypto aspect and like buying it's still relatively new to me.
Yeah.
I might sell a few things, but I'm not selling like my Superman #1. I'm not selling a lot of my those Grail comics that I have on there. Like I was just looking at it like earlier today. I was like, man, I got a lot of comics on here, and actually I like my collection a lot.
Sure.
Here on DC, and I still have my Batcal and all that stuff. And I think there's going to be a lot of great things in the future for DC. I do think the whole aspect of what they did recently, where like you bought the comics and it kind of like unlocked a drop in the future. I think it's cool whenever these other platforms do kind of like cool utility like that, because it just gives VV ideas and that they could do something similar or kind of pitch it to their licensors and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, at least for me, like there's nothing off the top of my head I could think of like, man, if cash out was today, I would do it right now. So far, I haven't really the only thing I've kind of cashed out of was just HRO sometime back. I was just kind of going there. I like the community. I like the stuff, but there was a point where I was like on just too many platforms at the same time. And I was like, all right, one has got to go. So.
Well, there we go. Well, there we go.
What's up,
well,
Alex?
This is actually quite funny, and thanks, Alex, for coming. This is we were just talking about payout, so you've walked right into an AMA.
Oh, great!
Community
Perfect timing.
Serious bid. No,
My favorite subject.
no, thanks so much for coming, Alex. It's
Hey,
I got you on 2
congratulations on the
Saturdays in a row.
150.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man.
You know, I can't like not show up at the 150th. So, you know, congrats, man. It's a grind for sure, and you've been killing it. So, thank you for all you do here and keeping the community engaged and excited about the collectibles. I know I do get a lot of good information from you, and I enjoy watching you on the YouTube app on the TV out there. So it's usually kind of part of my Saturday morning, you know, rounds, if you will. Although this morning I'm having some pretty bad allergies, so excuse me if I sound like nasally or my eyes are all swollen. But yeah, you know, the sun broke finally here in LA. It was like, you know, probably about 2 months of like straight, you know, overcast and rain and stuff. And so like when first day of summer hit on Wednesday, like the sun came out and now all the flowers are blooming and the wind kind of picked up. So my allergies have just been nuts. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, that's crazy. Last week, you know, when you and I invited you on last Saturday too. And don't worry, I won't spam you with invites, Alex. But this one was a bigger one. But you came on because of the payout thing last week, and I know you had stayed up super late the night before, and you were partying and stuff. You talked about how you're out at the clubs, and I think you said something about you're on tables and like. No, I'm just kidding.
No, let's before we start getting rumors out there, I'm out at the club. Okay. I'm way too old for that. Okay,
I'll edit that out. We'll edit it.
I went to see my cousin's band at a club out way later than I'm usually out. So the next day, you know, I was paying for it, but today it's just allergies.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Well, I invited Hinano on here because I mean, you guys just did him as a spotlight. Let me just show it on the stream right here, and I wanted to congratulate him. And you know, that's awesome. Like, why did you pick Hinano?
Yeah.
You obviously, I mean, I know why, right? I don't mean it like that. Why? Did you I mean,
like, inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He's a real one, right? He's been out here. He's been grinding. He's a collector. He loves this stuff. You know, you know, he's just a positive energy force in the community. So we like to highlight those people that are in it to win it. You know, and that's and what better example of in it to win it than Mr. Master Collector himself here.
Well, thank you for
that. Solid wish list too, by the way. Millennium Falcon's definitely on my list, so hopefully that comes. Fingers crossed.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You want to say Alex?
Huh?
You want to say anything to Alex about it?
Oh, I got lots I would love to talk with you about, Alex. In fact, we got to chat maybe for like a minute at Decon because you're just a super busy guy. But yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I'm not really a spotlight guy. I like to try to hide in the back, so it's a little overwhelming for me. But yeah, truly appreciate that, and you know, love the team, love the app. Here to stay, man.
Right on. I haven't seen Vibes in a while either. How you been, man?
I've been good, just busy with work, but definitely getting back, making content again, and all that stuff. But no, I had a ton of fun talking with you and Corey and the whole team back when I was at
Decon,
at Decon. And so I'm definitely. Did you guys say you were going to go back this year, or is that just kind of pending? You guys aren't sure.
Pending, but I think, you know, I don't see why we wouldn't. But yeah, there's, you know, we're figuring out a bunch of stuff, like the event schedule in general, and you know, just seeing where we can get the most, you know, bang, you know, basically the most impact as we start to now prioritize onboarding of new users, you know, with the KYCs pending moving. So I think that's once comic waitlist is basically up and running, then the KYC moves further down the user journey. We've been talking about it for a while, but it's just a little bit of a different mechanism for comic waitlist. And then once that happens, then you'll start to see a lot more like user acquisition campaigns, and then we'll get new people in, because that was really the barrier to entry, you know, even for things like promo codes, you know, either at Comic-Con or like those movie promos, you know, like the Fandango stuff. Like the barrier to entry on that stuff is really like, oh, you have a promo code? Here, give us your passport and get KYC'd. And so that's not really a great user experience in general, but that just kind of regulation-wise was what we had to do. But now we've kind of figured out how to make that work, and you'll start to see a lot more of that kind of stuff happening. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah. I was kind of curious about the process, because I'll be honest, when you guys announced that you guys were going to waitlist Hulk, initially I was like, oh man, come on, like you guys are going to make me wait. But are you able to kind of elaborate on that process? Because it sounds like you guys were going to do that eventually, but maybe we kind of accelerated that thing where it's like, all right, maybe we should kind of introduce waitlist a bit sooner.
The process of introducing waitlist, or process of postponing?
Or what was the kind of like the catalyst that got you guys to be like, okay, yeah, this probably should get waitlisted? I mean, what was the
Hulk one?
Oh, well,
the Hulk one.
Yeah. Well, truth be told, it was supposed to be a wait list. So it just, the development slipped on it. And I think that like the app stores kind of sat on it. And so we were like, okay, well, it's not going to be in time for Hulk. So what do we do here? And I said internally, we got to hold this one, because people really want this. A big book. It's a huge book. And so people are going to want it, and people are going to want it in waitlist, and they want to feel like it's, they have the best shot at it possible. So we have to postpone it. And Marvel was cool with the decision, and so we postponed it. And so I don't imagine it'll be months. Like probably. The latest release notes have support for comic waitlist. It's just a matter of when it gets approved. So we'll see what happens once it does get through, and all of we do the Force update. Then we'll see what scheduling wise makes most sense for getting Hulk back on.
Yeah. Well, we know it's coming now, so that's awesome. And then
exactly.
That opens the doors for those other comics. I don't know if you were watching about 20 minutes ago, but I had a little graphic of ultra mega grails. I mean, God, can you imagine? I mean, like, obviously you can't tell us anything, right? But I mean, we have to wait for waitlist, obviously, for those things. I mean, that's good. You guys have decided that that's the plan to go, right? Waitlist on the big stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously with collectibles, waitlist is now just a thing moving forward, right? So how has your experience been with the collectibles waitlist?
Mine has been great. Like, I didn't know at first, because it's half an hour before you go and you join the wait list. I thought, okay, well, maybe you got to join it like the second that the wait list opens, because that'll give you a better, we're used to that queue thing, the whole thing with like DC and other ones, but it's not like that at all. So my experience has been really nice. I haven't won anything yet. So, I mean, I haven't got, so I don't know up here. It's supposed to be more fair. And I think it is, obviously, if it's just randomized, but I think we need a couple months of data for people like me and people like us to kind of really evaluate it and give you feedback. But the first few have gone smooth. Yeah.
I think, and I think I may have mentioned last time I was on that it is, V1 of the wait list, right? And so there'll be more improvements to it. You'll be able to, I think the part of the plan is, changing the window of time in which you enter the wait list, and some of the notifications as to what, how you get selected and everything like that. And then dabbling in possibly, automatic payment. So like if you enter the wait list, like if you have the gems, then you can just buy it. That way you don't have to be there. Like basically right now we're kind of holding you hostage until like that, until the wait list ends, and then you get that 15-minute window, and then things come back in. So we're streamlining that a little bit. And then if you definitely want the drop, then you can opt to pay for it ahead of time.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
You get selected, right? Yeah.
That would be awesome.
A lot of those types of improvements, I think, over time we'll see.
Yeah, totally.
We've really only had like two, I would say, competitive or like kind of like highly contested drops. Those first two VV logo drops, like those ones where everyone wanted it. I remember that was something I even said like a year ago. I'm like the first VV logo, or the first, kind of the VV logos, or just the VVIP in general. It's like, if you think everything that BB is offering is doing great, how would you not think that BB is going to do great as well? And plus, because it's your guys' IP, you guys can be a bit more nimble with like, hey, we're going to do, this airdrop. We're going to do this kind of utility or whatever. Sounds like it's kind of like David U's thing, right? Or whatever he wants to
absolutely. Do. Yeah, I mean, it's as most things are. It's totally up to you. David U, that is. But
Can we get that T-shirt, or can we get that NFT used to you? I mean, he would love it. He would love that.
Future is up to you.
Yeah, future's up to you. I actually, every time I type the word "you" in a tweet, like when it's right in the middle of a sentence, I'm always tempted to just go "YU" with a capital. But I don't think he sees that. So But let me.
He sees more than you think.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. If you really want to, and I don't want to do this because I know we kind of stalk a little bit. I mean, hopefully, because, he's at Warner Brothers, right? Like we saw his Instagram and he's looking at Batmobiles. Alex, I know you.
Yeah, that was
doing that, but we can follow him around, online.
So they were in town, obviously, this last week, earlier this week, because they were heading back on the tail end of the Las Vegas Licensing Expo, right? Yeah. And so I got to meet up with them, get to do some planning, and we had dinner with our production team, the guy our creative director for all of the actual collectibles, right? And he said, I'm heading down to the Warner lot tomorrow because they have, that's where they do like their physical scans. So like we scan things in, and then we create the models based on like physical artifact scans, whether that's a statue or an artifact or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But I'll give a little alpha here, is that we had very like life-size movie props from a studio that we needed to get 3D scanned. And the Warner Brothers lot has that scanner that we use and basically lets us use it, for small fee, even if it's not Warner IP. So we're taking stuff
No way.
over
You
to the
go
Warner
in-
lot to use their scanner.
You
Yeah,
can bring
so
some
it's
stuff
cool.
like for the app, like, and just like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just to get the modeling and the the textures and the like if there's markings or whatever the case is on the actual physical piece, then all that stuff gets scanned, and then we do the further modeling and the poly, the high poly and all that. There's a bunch of technical kind of stuff that I'm not involved with, but I know that what happened. So that basically took. They told David that they were going to the Warner lot to take these things in to scan, and he's like, "Can I go? Can I go?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can see if they can squeeze you." And then it turned into like, I guess he weaseled his way into a full studio backlot tour. I'm like, of course.
Oh my god! So you said markings, so that means we're getting the arc, right, from Indiana Jones? Markings like on the artifact.
Oh, no.
Markings.
No, I'm just saying if there's markings of a texture on something, yeah. But that would be cool. I don't know what would it do though. It's either the
The arc could open up.
I wonder if Lucasfilm is ever going to put out Indiana Jones collectibles for us. That'd be cool.
I would love that.
I don't know yeah.
I would lose my mind. Okay, so
when's that new movie come out? Next week, right?
The 30th, yeah, and I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah,
I want with my staff of raw.
Yeah.
Even if it was just a hat and you can resize it and put it on a bunch of different collectibles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think we want the whip.
Man, the whip.
The whip a bunch.
Yeah.
Vaultaholics with
Put it on the weapons rack after.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, Alex, can I ask you about Payout?
Speaking of,
or you got something to say?
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask you because you guys tweeted out about US Payout, and DC. I saw they're doing like I know we're different companies, platforms, everything. They're doing like a crypto version of Payout next month or something like that. They're going to try to do that where they do like USDC, and I don't know all the details about how they're doing, but I saw their message. So, but obviously Wire is going down, and you guys tweeted out this tweet right here. Do you want to just give us an update? Do you mind? Because I think a lot of people.
No, I got no problem. I'll just clarify.
I'm in Canada, so I'm used to this, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think in looking at the responses, I think maybe it could have been worded a little different. Basically, U.S. are the only people that have Payout right now, right? Well, not anymore. They had Payout, right? And so it was addressed to the U.S. that Payout was going to go away, even though nobody else in the world has it right now. So as we prepare to move to the new payment provider, which we've been talking about, so we've identified it, we're onboarding it, it's happening now. We pulled Wire off to make that transition. So it'll be full support internationally once the new provider's in place. So that, nice. I don't know what the timeline is on that. If all goes well, it's ASAP. That's basically, this is the transition between the two providers. So Wire was going to go down anyway. We were already going to have a new payment provider, as we stated before. Now this is just the time between when we unhook Wire and hook in the other one.
Nice. So there you go, guys. We have one coming up. And thanks for clarifying that, because people thought it was just going away and gone. But I knew that you're like that you have one already. You're just transitioning now.
No matter how clear I think something is, that people always find a way to misinterpret it. But it is basically saying, Payout for those who had it is going away temporarily while we put the new provider in place. And so that's happening now. This is not like, we're just going to discontinue Payout. It's just Wire at some point it has to unwind. And so we're just plugging in the new provider that we had already identified.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we'll wait for updates on that. And nobody here has been asking Hinano. I was like, you're losing cash out right now, Hinano? Are you? What was your response, Hinano? You didn't really care.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay for the
For
moment.
me personally.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's frustrating though.
Yeah.
People do, people want access to their funds. I don't blame them at all. I mean, we have every right to be frustrated about how this is kind of unfolded, but at the same time, this is how we make sure we have a better solution in place given the challenges that we've had with Wire over the last several months.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt.
yeah.
No doubt. So I cut you off there. What were you gonna? I think you were gonna say something. I was gonna ask where your second hometown is because you tweeted out you miss your second hometown. I was gonna ask you where that is.
Oh yeah, San Diego.
San Diego. Nice. Wait, can't you?
I grew up
Close to there, right?
East of, like 2 hours east of like LA area in the Inland Empire, they call it San Bernardino. And then I spent a good chunk of my life between like 6th grade through college in San Diego. And then since then I've been in LA. So San Diego I kind of consider home. It's where my mom and my brother live. It's where all my friends are, at least my old friends. And so yeah, I just was kind of feeling a little nostalgic.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Hinanu, I just got a message. You got to go, hey?
Yeah, I got to run, guys. Sorry. My kid just woke up, and today's my day with her to go hang out. So it was a fun stream.
Hey,
Alex, really good to have you on here.
Give me 2 seconds before you go.
Sure.
I think I was going to tell Aaron about while we were talking about Indiana Jones. There's a connection that I had thought about with Harrison Ford.
No.
And so I figured what a good way to kind of introduce this. So go ahead and roll it. I uploaded it there at the bottom there.
No! It's the red hole! Holy crap! Alex! What are you doing? Can everybody hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, I had to upload it to the file to post to share my screen. But yeah, that's Thunderbolt Ross, right?
Yes, that's
who's playing Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU. Harrison Ford.
Oh, Alex dropping the bomb! I predicted this. I thought Red.
I know you did. I know you did.
Oh my God, Hinan, are you glad you stuck around?
This is awesome. It's cool.
Oh my God, Wednesday at 8 a.m. Waitlist drop. I'm assuming, right? Waitlist.
Yes, Waitlist. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is the third. Look at him. He's on fire.
Yeah, that animation's awesome. I love it. And I really like it. Seems like you guys have been kind of accelerating these kind of like drops, like with the Infinity Stone thing. At first it started kind of slow, then it was like bam, bam, bam. And now with this Hulk thing, we're like, all right, maybe we have 6 months. It's like, nope, back to back to back, just a couple weeks apart. So you guys have been really accelerating this. I dig it.
And the marketing on this stuff has been great. I mean, I've been loving all these promo vids you guys have been doing. I mean, whoever's doing them, it's been top notch.
Yeah, we have a video team. Funny enough, they're in Vancouver, Mycollectables.
Oh, there you go.
But and then all the stuff that Corey does on an ongoing basis with the breakdown videos, he's pro. The goal is to really start to kind of build up presence and more content marketing. So when we start bringing on new people, there's stuff for them to really dig into, interact with, understand what they're looking at. And then just kind of generally, having more context and history around the stuff that we're dropping. So.
Oh my God, this is insane. I can't believe this. This guy looks crazy. Look at him. Alex, you like these reactions, man. You're like, this is, I love it. Oh my God, the Red Hulk. This is,
I like it.
Look at him right here. I got to look at this. This guy, I love these Hulks. This is a great, like the 4 of them. And then the 5th, I can't wait. The 4th one. I mean, there's so many opportunities. It could be the Gray Hulk. I don't know.
There's 2 more.
Banner.
There's 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously the 5th one is the airdrop. But there's 1 more going to be released, and it's pretty cool, I will say.
Well,
But this one's. I think this might be my favorite so far.
yeah. Yeah, the Red Hulk is pretty rad. And like I said, Harrison Ford, like that was a good segue right there. Nicely done, Alex.
Yeah, you see at the very end about Payout, I could have just had like seamless.
Yeah, seamless transition. That is
Here's
amazing.
the most rage-induced supervillain guy to Hinata, the most chill dude in the VV community. I like it, but no, this is this is some awesome stuff. I really hope you guys are bringing these back. These kind of like cool, like little introductory, like advertisements.
Yeah,
that was something you guys did like a long time ago, then stopped. But
well, it's. I'll be completely honest with you. It has nothing to do with whether we decide to do them or not. It's all about how, if the model is done in time to include it in the video, to have enough time to get it approved by the licensor before it needs to start marketing. So that's usually, sometimes the collectible kind of comes up to the wire, so we just don't have time to turn it around. Because the licensor, depending on the licensor, it sometimes takes up to 3-4 weeks to review and approve these things. So
for sure.
And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
This one's a rare. So the other one was, we had the like uncommon. So we had the common, uncommon. This is a rare. I'm guessing ultra rare next. I'm just guessing. You don't have to answer. But and then secret rare is the drop. But so the edition size is decreased on each one. So by like about 1,000, right? I think it was 4,000, 3,000. This one might be. We're just speculating here. We'll wait for the article, but it's like 2,000 probably. Probably.
Yeah, I'm actually. Let me check. So this one's a rare. The last Maestro was an uncommon.
Yeah, uncommon.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, and he had like 3,330, I think, something like that editions, right? So
yeah, I actually this article. Probably, I mean, I put this out early, obviously, in honor of the 150th and mention of Harrison Ford, but this will go out, I think, starting tomorrow. So the video will go wide tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then and then we'll
article and all that stuff. Yeah. That's amazing, Alex. That's just crazy. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Well, I don't know. How do you top
you can
that?
Go, Hinano.
Yeah, Hinano's like not going anywhere.
Trying to be polite, but yeah, I got to run, guys. Thank you so much for having me on, Aaron. It's been full circle for me to be on. So happy birthday, Alex. Good to see you. Vibes. Good to see you too. You guys take care. Aloha.
All right. Hold on. See you later, Hinano. That's so awesome.
So are you saying birthday in terms of your 150th stream, or is it your actual birthday too?
My birthday technically is on Monday, so it's like my birthday weekend, and I won't be live. So it's fun, yeah. When's your birthday, by the way?
I passed. I was. It was in April, late April.
In April. Yeah. Oh, we missed it. We could have done something.
That's yeah. I remember I went to Mexico City.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember you were saying that. And Vibes, when's yours? Just you have to do the date.
Coming up on July 5th, so it's like here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's my dad's birthday. That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, I always everyone celebrates my birthday the day before, So
right. Well, my grandfather's birthday was on July 4th, so that was like the running gag, the fireworks for his birthday.
I saw your tweet too about your on Father's Day. That was a nice tweet. So,
man, miss him for sure. So just definitely like to kind of celebrate the memory whenever I can. Good dude, man. Good dude.
Yeah, for sure. What's your for the summer there, Alex? Or the next you going anywhere? Or I know you got to go probably pretty quick here, but I know there's the San Diego Comic-Con. I know VV Magic. I'm on Twitter. Okay, we see all. VV Magic tweeted out her press pass, so she'll be there.
Yeah, I saw that,
which is great. And then you're like taking some notes. So are you going to try to get over there and or VV?
Well, like I said, San Diego is my hometown, second hometown. So I'm looking forward to getting down there. We'll see how it happens. I know I saw Metaverse Life is also going to be there, Comics and Crypto. So maybe we can weasel our way in there
and do some stuff.
Alex, and do some stuff.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on, man. I super appreciate it. I've always appreciated every time you come on, and of course, hope to have you back. And thanks for dropping the Red Hulk. I mean, this is just absolutely mental. I'm pretty excited about it. That is so cool. We'll look for the article, and Yeah, man.
Yeah. Congrats again, and thank you again for everything you do. And keep on doing it. We have a good time watching you and sharing your passion for the collectibles and all that stuff. I love your Star Wars stuff and everything. So more, very, like, I will say, alpha wise, there are some insane Star Wars collectibles coming down.
Oh, don't do this to me, Alex. I don't have enough gems.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be really cool. We've kind of like now we've hit a stride where we're like, with depending on the licensor, and especially with Lucasfilm, some of those things that are a little more intricate, like take like a long time to not only build but also get approved and things like that. And so we're working really closely with them, and they are like letting us do some pretty cool stuff that we haven't done in collectibles before for some of these upcoming Star Wars things. And I can't wait, man. I saw some of the rough drafts, and Corey and I were definitely geeking out over it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when we can actually bring those out in a few months or later this year. But yeah, good stuff.
I'm sure that Corey was freaking out. Corey must have been.
Yeah, Corey's a way bigger Star Wars. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, but Corey is. He is a big Star Wars guy. Yeah, he's insane.
I'm sure he's just dying right now to just
I'm sure that whole new 3D scanning thing you guys are starting to do now will probably expedite the process of like kind of getting collectibles out a bit sooner instead of maybe starting from scratch.
It depends. Yeah. It depends what it is. Like, it's not like we're scanning starships or anything. But yeah. What was it? What did Evolved say? Hope the two is disrespectful.
You got me too excited, Alex. Maybe he tweeted something at you and he's like super excited or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I have no idea. Yeah.
I don't know Evolved to be disrespectful, so I'd probably
No, he's a champ himself. Hamlu, you gave some updates on the logo last week for Decon. I know you.
Oh yeah, so that's it's still in the works. There's a couple of things that we have to reconcile because there was, obviously when, and I'll just say it again, there was when we first announced it, it was supposed to be individual letters, right? And then obviously it didn't come to pass. And then before that, there was also like no KYC and transfers, blah blah blah. So like we had to kind of go through and get people to fill out the form to see, like, for instance, people brought their whole family on one scan, right? So it was like you reserved 4 tickets and it was like 1 ticket. So like we didn't have names and usernames for everybody and every party. So we had to get them to confirm that. And so we're just kind of reconciling all the lists, and then we'll get them out at some point. I don't know if it's going to be, the blue and white logo or if it's going to be something else, but you're getting something. It's just, you just got to give us a second. It sucks. It sucks that we waited so long because then it got a little convoluted, right? Whereas if we would have just had the wait list last year as planned, that probably just wouldn't have been a big deal. But yeah,
well, it's all in order. I mean, my interpretation, I said it before with your guys's, I know we talked about it last week a little bit, the teams, right? You've always had the kind of dedicated teams and stuff, but now you're really like, it seems like stuff is funneling. You mentioned that about how you guys are really streamlining in your tasks. Oh, yeah. And it makes things come out quicker. At least that's what I remember you saying. Yeah.
I mean, that in particular, for like Waitlist, obviously that was now that we had a focused team on just banging it out, and it went a lot faster because back when we were supposed to do it last year, just kind of kept getting deprioritized for more important things like payout, KYC, and all this other stuff that we had to do regulation wise. But now we have those dedicated teams that are focused on different parts of the app. So you'll start to see a steady stream of updates across the board now.
Yeah. And you're pretty busy, hey? For, like they said, like the marketing stuff?
Yeah. So we have a new head of like acquisition, growth and acquisition. So that's, just trying to work on getting everything in place in terms of the infrastructure that we put in place, all this, our CRM. And I know it's kind of like insider baseball talk, but stuff that would to make sure that we're able to track and get new users onto the platform. So starting to develop different ad creatives, starting to develop different programs in order to get people in the door and get them their first collectible, whether that's, expanding on promo codes or discounts or whatever the case is. All that stuff has kind of been in the works.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh man, I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see what else is coming too. I mean, look at him right there. Oh, and by the way, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, as you know, it's coming up on the 1 year in about a month from now. So lots of additions there on Boba Fett. And I know you guys have like a burning mechanic in place. So I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm waiting for the next. I'm waiting for the next crafting. I'm not sure what the next crafting thing is going to be. I hope.
That's what I meant.
Obviously, we had a lot of learnings, obviously, coming off this Infinity Gauntlet. So now, and I think I mentioned this before on a stream, if not more alpha for you, but expanding what it means to do a craft. So we had craft and burn, right? And so now we're going to start to develop craft no burn. So basically, you have to have X, these collectibles in order to get this. Instead of an airdrop, you get this other collectible. So you don't have to burn anything. You just have to hold. And it's like opt-in as opposed to a snapshot, right?
Yeah.
For an airdrop. So there's craft no burn, and then there would be craft to purchase, right? And so like you have to have these things in order to have a purchase reservation. So that kind of like gets rid of the need for an allow list or those promo reservation codes that we had done in the past. And so all the crafting thing is opens up a lot of doors for a lot of different ways to get into new collectibles.
Yeah, no doubt. We talked about comics earlier too, and how.
We got to do some comic burns for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I think we haven't done any yet. No, we never. Well, outside of the ones that like maybe didn't sell out in the store, we just burned.
Yeah, the standard burning stuff.
Yeah.
But you got those original 3, right? Sorry, Vibes.
No, that was it. I mean, I know we talked about it earlier, and that was actually my question. I was like, is that the burn still happening? Because it seemed like it was happening every 2 months. Like Marvel would kind of go and be like,
it's kind of like a rolling. It's like I'm not sure what the formula is, and obviously we don't announce it on the comics, but we do on the collectibles that haven't sold out, and it's only Marvel thus far that has agreed to do that. So like, everything is up to the licensor. It's all licensor dependent. So Marvel kind of has now gotten into a rhythm of burning stuff that sits in the store. So just keep an eye out. You kind of can figure out like what the cadence is. I think after you see a few things disappear, but notice like 1 day notice on collectibles, no notice on comics.
No notice at all. Hey, Alex, before you go, what do you think of all that Disney patent spec? Just guy here. Like,
look,
it's wild, right?
Yeah, I don't know how wild it is. I think it's great evolution, necessary evolution for the space. I'm excited to see what it means, obviously for us and the space as a whole. Maybe it might encourage other people to kind of take notes and kind of start developing, a better payment options. Because for instance, like OpenSea, doesn't do like royalties anymore, or you can opt out, doing the royalties, and that's not really great, I think, for the long-term health of the space. And so I think generally, I think it's exciting. I think we'll start to see, and this is just probably very early days, and whether or not it's actual, I assume that's an actual patent filing and somebody pulled and not just something that was made up. But I think Dave, and I'm not involved in those conversations. I'm sure that's a David, you only kind of conversation.
I didn't mean like how it relates to Vivi. I just meant it just in general, because
in general, in general, I think I think it's good. I think it's great for the space. I mean, anything we can do to get more health for long-term growth in royalty payments, and just generally how NFTs are handled as a collectible or an asset or whatever the case is, I think is exciting. Especially among in spite of the crazy like regulatory, is it a security or not, argument that is happening in the U.S. at least for the SEC. But yeah, I think anything that we can do to kind of really put some more backbone into what these are and what they can be is, but from big companies like Disney is helpful.
Yeah, it's wild. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
Bud. I know you.
kind of like how fast NFTs accelerate is going to be really up to the licensors and how much they want to promote it and give utility and all that stuff. Because it's like if no one talks about it for the next 3 years, then not much is going to happen. But so if we get Disney and some of these other big licensors on board, they're like, hey, you get this NFT platform. There's a game set up, all this stuff. Winners get tickets that can go to Disneyland and all that kind of stuff. They're like, and I think also kind of the stigma around NFTs has kind of got a bad name the last few years. But yeah, especially with all that stuff. So I think it's just good. Anything they can do to kind of get the name out there. But I did have a quick question for you, Alex, at least before you run. So I saw David was having like all these NFTs drop. Is David ever going to let you or Reese or anyone else have like your own NFT drops, right? On
Let's
VV?
go!
Or something like that. He has all this utility. Right?
On VV, like, what do you want, an Alex collectible? Please no.
Animated.
I will say though, I'm trying to. There are things that are specific things that I want on the platform that I'm trying to get David to do that are very, very niche and specific. That I think would be good for the growth of the space in different territories and regions. As we start to look towards localization, I think having like very region-specific IP in those regions that we support, localization-wise, language-wise, I think are going to be very important. So there are things like that are very specific to a Latin audience, right, or like a Mexican audience, South American audience that I'm really trying to get on boarded. And then that David has no, and this is no fault of his own. He didn't grow up with it, or what has no concept of what this IP is in that specific region. That I'm trying to get done, and it's one of the reasons why I think one of my favorite projects to date is when he lets me do things that he knows I know about, like for instance the mariachi stamps, right?
Yep.
Picking the music and having them put together so they play as a band. That was, I'll pat myself on the back, that was all me. All right. And so stuff like that, if he lets me do kind of things like that for region specific IP, and that means tapping into like our community, like our French fam, our German fam, our Latin fam, and kind of seeing what they want, what they are interested in, and the things that would be like kind of smaller edition, like specific to them, they are really excited about it. Then I think those are the types of things that I think ultimately is going to make this truly a global platform, right? Because right now everybody knows Disney and Marvel and things like that, but like once we start with the localization and we start bringing the Asian markets in, like Peely Fantasy is pretty specific, right? And so that's kind of the first example of something like that. But once we start getting into like some of the anime or the manga, or bringing on language support in Spanish and whatever else, French, etc., there are going to be very specific things that I think that'll be very cool to have for those audiences.
Well, even the Monster Hunter game is so huge. It may not be huge to certain people, but it's huge. Like, it's their biggest game, Capcom's biggest individual game. That one you guys released, like of all time, beating everything they've ever done. I think it's number 2 behind Resident Evil franchise for a franchise, but that blew me away. I did not know that. I've never played the game, and but I mean, it's that big, and Capcom is huge. So, like, it's exactly what you're saying. There's a whole other audience there, right? So that's exciting. That's really exciting.
Yeah,
to see what comes too.
Sure.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, you come on here, you drop bombs. I mean, it's amazing. Thank you once again, and also for providing some insight on a few things, specifically the payout thing that you guys are just bridging over to your new provider. That's I think people really need to hear that there is a payout provider coming.
I mean, look, the tweet says it, but it's worth.
It's good for people to hear again, and
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think it's we're temporarily disabling payout so that we can onboard the new one, and we have the new one onboarding now. So that's what we're not just going to wait and see what happens. Like that work is happening behind the scenes. Band posters, like Alex says, and I would love band posters. In fact, like Jermaine Rogers, Frank Kozik, like those guys have, that's why they got their start in gig posters, and I'd love to have some of those, but obviously that involves more than just the artist, the actual the bands and themselves and stuff like that. But yeah, I love. I got a Faith No More fan. Obviously, I'm a Faith No More fan, but these posters in particular are from different artists. Like this is Tim Biscup, this is Junko, and then this is Jeff Soto. And so these are artists that like you would find their stuff at Decon. Like these are all friends of like Jermaine Rogers. Like in fact, he saw this. I was on a Zoom one time when he noticed this one right off the bat. He's like, "Is that a Soto behind you?" And I'm like, "Yep." He's like, I love Jeff. Yeah. So I kind of collect those kind of artsy band posters where I can. I just don't have any more room in here to hang them.
Yeah, and by the way, did David clear some of the stuff out of your garage on his visit? He added to it.
Well, it's funny. The last time, I think it was around, when was that? It's Decon, right?
Yeah.
He says, so yeah, we're going to come to your place and pick up a few boxes. And I'm like, oh, great. Finally clear some space out of my garage. Yeah. He took away 3 or 4 boxes and left 5.
That's not how math works.
That's really not doing me any good here. But no, this last time they did ship a couple of big 1,000% Bear Bricks back with them, which frees up a good amount of space because those boxes are big. But yeah, I would imagine after whatever event is next, I'm sure he was probably asked to put more stuff in here. Definitely need to start kind of figuring that out, because not only do I have like all of the booth stuff from Decon, like the TVs and the the stands and things like that in the garage, and then I have all their collectibles, and I'm just out of space. Let's go, let's get it out.
Yeah, no doubt. And if we ever get a chance to have like a backyard, I probably not, but a barbecue at your place, make sure we open up some of those boxes, because I want to see what David you've got stored in there as a collector. Or maybe just take a picture before you could you imagine what's in those? Do you know it's like when you watched Raiders of the Lost Ark and you saw they put the Ark in that like warehouse. That's like David used
warehouse. No, basically his warehouse is like that. But I know for a fact he has some pretty crazy things in my garage. So it's just a matter of when he decides he wants to get it. Some of them are pretty rare and specific. So
for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, I got it bounced. But congrats again and happy early birthday. Vibes, always good to see you.
Yeah.
And, we'll catch you on the next.
Take care, Alex. Thanks again. Cheers.
Holy, it's not a matter of if, it's when, right? So like we're gonna get Cash Out, we're gonna get OUP, we're gonna get an Alex G NFT collection. It's gonna happen. Don't worry, he's gonna do this, dude. I wouldn't mind buying like a Reese or like an Alex G like collectible and have it on the app. Maybe you get an airdrop if you own the VV logo or like the set. Like, why not? I don't know. I think it'd be kind of.
I know. I think he's laughing about it. Like, yeah, right. But I think we would actually think that was kind of fun.
You just see the Alex G. There's only like 100 of them. It goes to like 10K. You're like, hey, what can I say?
Could you imagine if Alex, if he did get an NFT on, he probably would put a stop to it. But if he did actually get one and he snuck it through, it was like, 50 editions, it would be the #1 collectible.
Yes. 6 years from now, we're like, these are the hyper girls you have to get. So it's first Alex G, and then Reese, and then this, and then that. And then you get AF15. You got to get those first, and then you get AF15. So I could totally see that happening.
Yeah. That's
animated fun. Alex G SR. Nice.
Animated. Yeah. That's hilarious.
On the karaoke or something like that. He killed it on the karaoke when we were in Decon last year. He was,
did he really?
Oh yeah, dude. Alex, he loves doing karaoke. It was him, and then there was a few other people. There were some like really talented like singers or people in the community that could do some really cool stuff. So
yeah. No, I didn't know that. I was actually drinking over on the other side.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, dude. If they do it again, which it sounds like they are, I'm definitely gonna go again because it's only like I'll probably fly this time. I think last year I ended up driving like 5 hours or something like that, but this time I might fly because it's only like an hour flight, pretty short. So
well, if it's in December, like, because that was so fun, we had a great time. You and me were walking around, and I love to do that again, man. Like that, we had a ton of fun. You know, I hope I didn't bore you walking around with you, but we had a blast. But like it's in like I think mid-December or something, so I wouldn't be able to go if it's that time because mid-November, like late November, that's great. But mid-December, like I'm actually going. It's a family trip. You know, we go right around Christmas, so I couldn't. There's no way I could go to that if it's at that time.
You went to Mexico last year, right? Or like is that where you go? You went to Mexico, right?
Yeah. We try to go to Mexico as much as we can. You know, like and that was the first trip after COVID and the whole thing. You know, where we couldn't really go anywhere or chose not to go anywhere anyway. And but yeah, like it's November, right, for decon. So that was perfect. It gave me like a whole month buffer. And you know, everyone, like if you're up here in Canada where I'm at, I mean, like I'm on the West Coast, it's like Seattle, right? It's like it rains all the time in November. You want to get down to like San Diego or or somewhere, right? So for me, but I'm actually like looking at with New York and stuff. I've never been to New York. And, of course, there's the Toronto, thing that they should be doing like in the midsummer. But I don't think I could go to that because Toronto, people don't really know. It's really far away from the West Coast. It's like flying to New York for me. It's like, right? It's far. So, by the way, we're getting the crew back together. It's Dino. How you doing?
Let's go. What's up, my brothers? How are you?
We just need one more where we need Rob stuff, and then we'd have.
Where's Rob at? Where's he at? Let me text him right now.
Yeah, I sent him a link. I know he's super busy, right? But
yeah, I tried to call him earlier because me and him were doing a hero trade, and we did a big trade today.
Oh, nice.
And he can only text right now, so me and him were texting.
Yeah. Well, we'll get the crew together. The reason, obviously because I just love you guys hanging out, but at the same time, we'd spent so much time a year ago and just the four of us goofing on Rob's channel, your channel, all our channels. And it's such a good memory. Did you see my little recap video, Dino?
I didn't come on. Sorry, I'm hanging with the kids too, so they're hanging out around me. No, I didn't see it. What'd you recap?
I did a little. Should I play it one more time, Vibes?
Yeah, go for it.
It's only 2 minutes. It's my recap video. Okay, everybody, here's my 150th anniversary recap little video. I'll tweet this out. It's just for fun. I'm absolutely going mad here, everybody. Super happy. He's into the Christmas spirit. Look at him here. He's all excited. Bro, get off the desk. What are you doing? I'm trying to do a video here. I don't know what. The app is young. It's like, it's over a year old, but it's not like something that is super established long-term already, where, there's tons of people that know about it. We're very young, okay? So we're early in the process. So we're all still learning, including me, right? They're dumping it for like 80% below retail. What are you doing? Honestly, this is just so annoying and upsetting and pisses me off in so many levels. I got all my Vader stuff out ready. I got my 2 little figures here. They're going to keep me company all the way till the drop and through the day. I got my shirt right here. Check it out. Vader was framed, everybody. It's not his fault. He's not a villain. You want him in your collection, don't you? And then I got over my shoulder the original FA Vader. So I'm going to have an FA Vader in the real world, and I'm hoping to get the FA Vader in the digital world. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video, and I want to ask the question, are we crazy?
I may have a little something I can share if you don't mind.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, why not? I know this is a great
Sure,
show.
sure.
I love how.
No, you are not. No, you're not doing that here. What? What the? No way! Oh my. Boba Fett is coming to Vivi. What? My thoughts about what's going on, inside and outside the Vivi community, and more importantly, talk to you about the fact that we won't be stopped. Vivi won't be stopped. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video for you. This video is about my VV must-have list. There you go, Dino. It's only 2 minutes. I thought I'd play it again, but
you should post that on Twitter, like whenever you after the stream, kind of post that.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're ready. Yeah, you should.
I'll tweet
But yeah, but Dino, I bought one of you on VV after the Red Hulk announcement. I bought the Maestro guy. He looks just like you, so I had to buy him because he looks just like the ball.
Let's go.
Right when I saw you, and I bought a Maestro, then I saw you, I'm like, dude, Dino could totally be Maestro. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we learned at Decon we're the same person, right? So
check it out. Look at the build. Look at the build.
Dude, Dino's ripped.
He's absolutely jacked. Look at him. He's all nuts. And so, like, did you see the Red Hulk, Dino?
I saw a Twitter post. That's funny, right? So I saw a Twitter post, and so I was like, "Oh, he's still streaming." I was like, "Let me go on and say hi." That's literally That's literally what I saw.
Well, dude, like, Alex came on just before he got here and dropped the Red Hulk announcement this Wednesday.
Oh, nice, dude. That's
yeah,
sick.
it's only animated. He haven't put it out on Twitter yet, so he's going to tweet it, I think, tomorrow, the announcement. But if anyone's tuning in, just go back about half an hour in the live, and there's a full video with like him on fire and animated, and he looks insane. He looks insane, Dino. He's like, and it's the rare version. So I think we got the common, the uncommon now with this guy here, this a Maestro, and then the rare probably be. He never said anything about the edition sizes, but they've been going down like 4,000, 3,000, probably 2,000, and Wednesday. So
yeah, it just makes sense. So I think you're right. I think it's if we just follow the trend, right? Like normal Hulk 4,444,
yeah,
Maestro 3,333. This one's probably going to be 222. Then the ultra rare 1,111, whatever it is. And so obviously the rare and ultra rare are going to be the most expensive. If it follows that trend, going to be the most expensive. So I'm excited. And hopefully, I mean, would you want this to be a craft and burn, or just like you just hold the set and you get the airdrop? Like, what do you think they're gonna do?
Oh, for the final one, the secret rare,
or for the airdrop, like
the airdrop. I would actually myself. Oh boy, that's a good one. If you want to keep the price of the other stuff looking good, you need to burn them, right? You need to craft them, but it's probably just gonna be an airdrop. I think it's just an airdrop. I think it's already kind of in the article, right? Like it's an airdrop, but
I think it did say airdrop. I like crafting better though. Crafting makes it more fun.
I know, and then you can kind of get rid of some. By the way, when Alex was on earlier, because Alex was on and did that, he said, Dino, that crazy Star Wars stuff is coming. Like he was like, and he said that like Corey was like freaking out about it. Like at some point, like it's gonna over the course of the year.
Yoda, Millennium Falcon,
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. Better Obi-Wan.
Dino calls them floor troopers, not stormtroopers. So they're floor troopers.
Oh my gosh, the stormtroopers will be awesome, man.
If they have like a stormtrooper set, they have like the scout version and like all the different versions of stormtroopers, but like in one blind box or whatever thing, that would be pretty awesome.
Oh my god,
Did he say when we're getting Hulk #1? That's what I want.
He said actually it shouldn't be that long with the wait list. He actually said that we're gonna do it on the wait list. They were going to do it on the wait list. And with Apple and something to do with the app, it takes a while for Apple to update, and so the Hulk one, their time with Marvel was supposed to drop when it was supposed to drop, and then they decided to pull it back because it was supposed to be a wait list. The wait list was supposed to be ready. So that's good news. It just shows that it's probably going to be here sooner than later. I mean, we can't get a Grail comic until we get the waitlist back, right? So hopefully it'll be sooner than later. He didn't say specifically though, so didn't give us a date. So keep those gems ready, Dino. Don't cash out.
Oh,
wait a minute. Did you cash out before the announcement?
Yeah, but I have other money ready.
Okay.
That's just like that was VV logo flooring money, and the other money is for doing stuff for flipping.
Dino Maestro. And by the way, he also said too that because I asked him about Payout with the US, and he said they have their provider. Their provider is there who's going to give international payout to everybody. They're just turning off US so they can bridge over.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Yeah, that's
they
probably
already
what
have it.
happened with
They're just bridging over it, you know.
That's what me and Millie thought. We were chatting on Twitter because me and him I did a cash out right before, right? And so they sent me an email basically saying that cash out was supposed to not work, actually. They said that cash out should fail. And they literally, that's when I posted that screenshot saying like cash out was down. But then
Yeah.
like the next day it was back up. So it's almost like they implemented an update or something,
Sure.
maybe, which is maybe the new provider, right? So
yeah, because they literally said like, so there's people thinking it's just gone. And I asked that question, like, so what's the deal? Because, you know, I haven't had it in months and months and months, but he said, no, like, so they have their other one set up. Like they have the company that they're working with. They just have to drop wire, go off of Payout totally, and just jump onto the new company. So hopefully that happens quick for people, right? But I mean, it doesn't really affect me too much, just from cashing out. But I want to have my ability to cash out back. I never have. Like, what if I want to take 1,000 out? I might want to, you know. I mean, I've never done it, and just for like, I could use some money in my bank account right now, you know.
Yeah, I think people like just to have the option, even though I think most people complaining, maybe 10% of them actually want to cash out, but I think just having the option there, plus it just, you know, adds a little bit more. And this stuff we talked about like a year and a half ago, like adds to the validity of the platform, right? Like, hey, you put money in, hey, you could take it out too. Like you're not locked in. It's not some weird thing. But those are people that just don't really know about VV or the platform or NFTs or anything like that. But
I think that's the key right there. I mean, I use the cash out. I use it as often as I can, but I know I'm not the majority of user, but it's the validity. Like if I tell someone like, oh, I bought this NFT and I flipped it for $1,000, it was funny. My mom to this very day, still says to me, she goes, is that like you made 1,000? Did you make 1,000 gems or 1,000 money? And I'm like, Mom, gems are money. And she's like, she still can't, because before there was no cash out, right? So
yeah,
you need it to have like the legit, it's legit, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's funny, right? Gems.
That's literally what she said. She goes, you made 1,000 gems. She's like, I don't care about your in-game current. She's like, I don't care about your V-Bucks, do you know, on Fortnite.
It's true. That's what it was. That's basically what it was. I always saw it that way. That's why when people were talking about, you know, taxes and crypto taxes and all that kind of stuff, and I mean, I talked to my accountant, because I do have an accountant that I refer to for my business before, specifically when I ran a shop. I needed an accountant, right, to do my taxes. But, you know, and it was like in-game currency. It's like I used to play these mobile games, right, on my phone, and I would buy literally their in-game currency with money. And then I would use that in-game currency, like gems or whatever, or jewels or whatever they would. And then I would use that in-game currency to buy stuff. And, you know, like it was like other characters that you could play with in the game. And they, at no point were you able to take that money out, because those aren't like NFTs or that kind of game. But VV's like that. That's the way I always saw it, was like I was putting money in and buying gems and then buying collectibles in VV. But as soon as you're able to cash it out to like from gem to cash, then that to me was always like a taxable event. Not financial taxable advice here, guys. But I always saw it, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting like psychology around like gaming and like buying gems, and kind of removing the aspect of like, oh, especially when they can kind of, you know, with VV it's just 1-to-1. They probably do it more for like regulatory reasons rather than like try to psychologically manipulate it. Like, but like a lot of gaming, especially trying to muddy the waters, where it's like, oh, $10 equals 1,700 coins, and then you can buy these coins. And so you kind of remove the aspect of like, oh wait, I'm spending, you know, Canadian dollars or US dollars on this thing. And the fact that you're spending coins, you know, it's a bit different. And so, I think it's pretty interesting, the whole aspect of like doing gens and cash out and all that stuff. And it's all like deferred earnings. So like a lot of games do that, where you buy coins and all that stuff. So like they can't just take the money out, right? But they have to wait for a bit to kind of burn in a sense, or when they buy. So like all the collectibles in the store just get burned. Like all the gems just get burned. It's done. VV can kind of claim that. Even ElmonX has this, RuneScape. Like there's a bunch of games where you can buy like stuff.
Did you say Eve vibes? Don't. I know you want to go down that road with me again, but but
a lot of games have that, where you can buy like the in-game currency version of whatever it is, and it's just deferred earnings. And I think it's a good way. A lot of games use it as leverage. It's like, hey, look at all this money we have ready, available to pull out. And like at any point, if we wanted to, we could just put out such a good deal or in this case for VV, we could just put out such a good drop that everyone wants to go for it. We could just burn all this money and we can then claim it as an amount. So of course, not financial advice, but that's kind of like the general gist of I think how it works is like, they have all these gems, but VV can't just use all the money right away, right? Like they have to actually wait for the gems to burn and then they can have it and all that stuff. But probably went a little bit deeper than I care to, but oh well.
No, it makes perfect sense. Thanks, Fun Under the Sun. Super appreciate you guys as always. I saw you did that a little earlier, but thank you so much. And Hamoon, look, Hamoon's here. The Three Musketeers. No, I appreciate you too, man. Thank you so much for that as well. Dino, what are you doing today? You got the fam with you? You're hanging out? Like I saw your live yesterday. I was like literally doing the same thing. I was literally about to go
don't stress
with my wife when you were doing your live. And then if you had your Twitter spaces later too, I couldn't join those because I was literally watching a movie last night with my family, right? But yeah.
Bro, don't stress, dude. We all do these things right in between like, normal life and like stuff. So it's not like it's a big deal, right? That's why it's like always good to send the link because you never know the day or the time that it's gonna work. So don't feel any pressure. No, yesterday I did Cryptoys for the first time. I'd never done Cryptoys before. Yeah. And I kind of jumped in and it just turned into it was like really fun. Like their team jumped in my chat and like people were like donating. So we degen into Cryptoys and then, but today just kind of chilling with the kids. My wife abandoned me today. I'm a single father, and so, I'm holding down the house, I'm pretty, abandoning my children with a TV show right now so I could say hi to my friends online.
Yeah. How's that going?
But they're literally right there. So it's like, heyo.
It's Gradison. How you doing? I saw your tweet, man, and your DM. So yeah, link obviously anytime, man. You're welcome.
Yo.
How you doing?
What's good, people? I feel like it's the crew that kicked it at Decon. Like it was me, VV Vibes, Mycollectables, Dino on some hot tub game.
Let's get the Palace guys in here, and then we got the full game.
Oh yeah. The Palace.
Those guys partied it up hard. That was fun. I was way older than those guys. They were like they partied hard. They had to keep up.
Dude, happy birthday weekend.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's on Monday. I appreciate that, man. When's your birthday?
My birthday is January 11th, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a little while ago. You're halfway back. You're halfway there.
I'm halfway back, as they say.
Halfway back, halfway forward. Yeah, I like my birthday in June because I get there you go.
Wow.
Ooh, that was nice. Go, guys. Kick it, guys.
I think that's all we have. It just works.
That's it, man. That's
Let's
it.
kick it.
Yeah,
kick
go ahead.
Gradison.
Oh, I'm halfway back. Wow. Wow, that's what that means. I don't know.
You got a great voice. In case people don't know that, he's got a great singing voice, for sure. Hey, man, what's your guys' lives? I miss them.
Oh yeah, man. Tony is I don't know. Tony's doing his own thing. Tony's working on his TV, or not his TV thing, but his Cinemark debut of like a video game tournament thing that he's the main producer on.
Oh,
yo,
wow.
yo.
That's cool. It's Crazy Dan giving a shout out to you for sure. Crazy Dan.
So is he like hosting like a video game tournament type thing? And he's like,
so he actually used to, before I really knew him, he used to do these video game tournaments, and it was like hella fun. He'd have like prizes there and things like that. And I guess he's been working to get it as like its own kind of TV show where celebrities like roast the other, like each celebrity represents their player, but they roast the whole time. Like they roast what they're doing, they roast what the player's wearing and things like that. And I don't know like all the details, but that's what he described it to me as. And it got picked up by Cinemark last time I talked. Wow. So they really are excited about it, and it's supposed to release in August last time I talked to him.
Wow.
But yeah, and I know he's been doing a lot of his more comedy stuff.
Yeah.
So, so and then me, I don't know what I've been doing. I've been working and sleeping and retweeting all of you guys' awesome stuff.
Well, there's always like vibes. You had to take a bit of a break because of work and stuff, and
Yeah.
but there's always we're always here, right? And I just love watching you guys, man. I hope to see you, and just you by yourself too, man. Like it's cool. Like you can pop by.
Wait, is that the Red Hulk? Sorry, I'm just like noticing. Is that the actual Red Hulk we're getting?
Yeah, dude, you should see the full animation. If you go back about 45 minutes now in the live when Alex was here, he dropped the full animation, man. It's he shared a video. I don't have that now because it was just shared like from him. And he'll tweet, I think it's going to get tweeted out tomorrow, the whole thing. So, and then Wednesday's the drop. I don't know the price or editions or anything like that. He just showed off the Hulk. And then I just screenshotted him flexing like a champ. I just couldn't help myself. It was such a beautiful photo. Let me look at him. He looks great.
Yeah. He also like turns on fire too. There's a certain part of the animation where he like gets on fire, which is pretty cool.
He's like burning. So that it's like that comic in the app, right? That FA where he's like fire around him. So it's, I mean, it looks, and he'll be a rare. It's a rare. And so there was a common, uncommon we've got so far. This is the rare. And so it was like 4,400 editions, 3,300. I mean, I'm assuming this one's probably going to be 2,000 maybe. I don't know. So, but yeah, it looks good, right? So.
Did you guys follow the comic story of the Red Hulk and stuff?
I didn't fully get into the whole like story. I know the Red Hulk through just because I'm a comic book person, like I'm like reading a lot, but I never really followed the full story. And the movie, of course, with General Ross, how we've seen him throughout the whole thing. Harrison Ford's going to be him because, Hurt, Mr. Hurt there, he passed away. Yeah, unfortunately. So he played him from those early Hulk movies, Mm-hmm. I know, and he was the Sokovia Accords guy. That's how everyone remembers him doing the Sokovia Accords. In Civil War, that movie, how he had locked them down. So, did you follow it?
I actually didn't follow it through reading. I followed it because Comics Explained always breaks down comic book story arcs. So nice. I was like he would break down each comic as it came out on what was going on. So there was like, the whole time it was like this cliffhanger on like who's actually Red Hulk, and he had times where he beat the Hulk and then he like overheated or something like that. That was what happened, and then everybody became Hulks, which was kind of fun.
Oh, that's awesome! Everybody,
it was wild, man. Like everyone was Hulkified because they released some strain. Oh shit, I'm doing Chico Rocco. My bad.
That's all right.
I just watched the video on it. The fire animation's cool.
Oh, people are retweeting it? It's been tweeted out?
It's already, people are tweeting it out because it's on your video. I just watched it. The fire animation's cool.
Nice.
I'm not sure how I feel about, it's probably just this screen. Like, I don't know. I like it. I think I like it more than the other two.
Ronnie, I'm not bald. Look, I'm close.
I'm close. Shave it right now. Join the gang, man.
Well, I'm asking if I turn around, you might see some skin though back up here. So I'm getting closer. Soon we'll all go all in here, all bald.
Oh, you're balding from both ends.
Balding from both ends.
That will save you a lot of money in laser hair removal treatments. So you're good. You want to bald on both ends, MC.
Yeah, you get a lot of advertisements for hymns, huh?
Yeah. Here, let's go to Twitter here because here we go. So Evolved is got it right here. There we go. So it's like a minute, so we can just play it in the background. So
Evolved be on it, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. And Hinata was here earlier, right? So that was cool too. And he was picked as master collector, right? So the spotlight. Here it is right here. Check it out.
Ooh. You got the demon back.
I know. Powerful hatred of Bruce Banner. And we got Darkseid tomorrow, and all we're talking about is Red Hulk. This is amazing.
I know, yeah.
Look at him. He's all flamed up.
That's a really cool anime. I do like this one so far more than the other two.
Yeah. I agree.
Sure.
I mean, they have different sound.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because they have the same growl, right? In the first two, the same growl sound bite, I guess.
Well, especially because Maestro's smart. Like Maestro doesn't walk around screaming. He's like, in his universe, he runs it. Like in the universe he comes from, he literally runs the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like a nuclear fallout future. Yeah. And he's like way more powerful than the Hulk. And that comic we have in the app, that comic in the app where they go at it.
Yeah,
and
it's also
straighten out. Yeah.
Yeah, someone did a cool picture with that comic cover and then the actual Hulk and Maestro like looking at each other like in the showroom. It actually looked really cool.
Yeah,
So I was like, yeah.
Well, the Maestro looks good in Vivi. Like it looks a great look. Like it's well done. It's just he doesn't look as cool as the Red Hulk, like just as a character, right? I mean, like look at the Red Hulk. He looks. What's going to come next, man? Gray Hulk, or just how about Wimpy Banner turning into the Hulk? You know, with the purple pants, original.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, where he actually turns into the Hulk. You know, that would be rad.
They're probably gonna do like.
What's Timo doing? I'm sorry.
Like,
you know, what are you doing? Ah!
Ah! Baby Hand Hulk.
It's attacked by a monster.
It's Baby Hand Hulk.
Sorry, that was random, but I had to put it up there.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, so like World Breaker Hulk or something like that, or is that just maybe? I don't know. I mean, that's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
So,
the problem is, so many Hulks are just versions of Bruce Banner. So I mean, they could do Joe Fixit, which is the gray mobster Hulk, which would be cool.
Yeah, in that comic we got too. Yeah.
Cho. I mean, if they do like a weapon, I forget which one it is, but there's like a Wolverine Hulk hybrid that they made recently.
Whoa. How about a Venomized Hulk? We've seen that.
That would be really cool.
Do you imagine that? Venomized Hulk?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That'd be dope.
Probably gray, and I want to see Banner transform.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That might be a tough animation for them to pull off. That would be probably the most intricate animation that BB would have ever done to this point. Like actually having him transition into the Hulk and ripping his. I mean, that would be, that'd be pretty rad, though. I mean, so
I think the last one or the ultra rare, the next one, or it could be the secret rare. I think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be him, but he's going to turn into the Gray Hulk, like as the secret rare, like the original like comic cover.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or the secret rare. So it's going to be, it's going to be him probably turning into either it's just the Gray Hulk or it's going to be him like turning into the Gray Hulk, which would be sick. So
that would be tight.
The ultra rare or like the airdrop, that would be cool. I mean, I would be happy with either one.
Oh yeah, because we only have one after Red Hulk. We only have one more before the airdrop, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know which one the airdrop. We don't know what those two are going to look like. So, but I mean, we thought this one was coming, right? I mean, it's pretty easy to predict. We got the comic. That was the first indication, the Hulk comic, right? Yeah. And we're getting the Hulk. So we'll basically, we don't have the Gray Hulk because that's the original Hulk and we're getting Hulk 1, after the waitlist comes back. So, they got the classic one with the green. You got Maestro, which we already have that comic too. I don't know. Is that his first appearance of Maestro in that comic we have in the app? I have to look at that again. I don't know if it is. I don't think that's his first appearance, right? Sure. I don't think so. Yeah, I can't remember. But then we have the Red Hulk first appearance comic. So, I don't think we have any other. The other Hulk that we have is the Mr. Fix-It like type version, Grandison, that you said with the outfit. And maybe he's animated. He's got those two girls beside him.
The FA groupies.
FA groupies. Good comment from Crazy Dave. Dino eats babies and destroys floors. No, I'm just kidding.
You added in the floors after that.
Yeah, I had to.
Look, Davey Boy says Indiana Jones drop coming soon. Look at Alex's face when Indy mentioned. Well, I think he segued beautifully into Harrison Ford and Red Hulk. So
yeah,
but he did say that would be really cool. That he said that would be cool for Indiana Jones. I mean, so I'll lose it if that shows up one day. Just
if Indiana Jones turns into Red Hulk?
Oh yeah, can you imagine that? That's the end of the next movie. Don't spoil it. I know you got an advanced screening. That's the Dial of Destiny. The Destiny part is Red Hulk.
Throws it.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Rage.
He like transitions into the Red Hulk and then he walks into the MCU and then they connect those two universes.
Oh my
gosh. Perfect segue.
I like to see the big boulder come down, except he just runs through it instead of running away.
Yeah, he just
like, how do I go?
Split in half. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Have you guys seen it's like a tin hat theory where Indiana Jones is just a dream that Han Solo had?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, he's like he's dreaming he's this hero and that everybody loves and stuff, but in real life, Han Solo is not a very successful smuggler. Like he's always getting caught. He's always like trying.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth over there, Grayson.
Not, bro. You don't drop spice. You don't drop spice like that.
Take this. What do you know about Han Solo?
What?
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
That's the only thing Dino doesn't floor is Han Solo.
No, I'm gonna floor him too, but with dignity and pride, and for a high gem amount.
With your head held high,
talking about Han Solo. Get back! You talk about my Han. They gave me freaking Reva. They gave me who the hell is Manitoban? Why'd you give me a Manitoban?
Hey, Canadian in the house. Canadian in the house. Manitobans are real people with real feelings in the province of Manitoba. Okay.
You give me this ladybug droid. You haven't given me Han Solo yet. Chewbacca. Where's Chewbacca at?
Where's Baka? Where's young Baka at?
We'll get him. He said Alex was on here earlier, and like I said, he was like, yeah, there's crazy Star Wars stuff coming, and he wasn't just talking like the collectibles themselves, like Han Solo. He was hinting at like some sort of like, remember Vibes? He was hinting at some sort of like interactions or just different ways of doing the VV NFTs, like how he was hinting at stuff like that, like not just, oh, you're gonna get some cool characters. He was like, wait till you see what we have like with the Star Wars stuff that we're doing that we haven't done before. So I don't know what that means. I have no idea, but you speculate on it.
I hope they don't drop Red She-Hulk. I hope that doesn't happen.
Is there a Red She-Hulk?
There's a Red She-Hulk, my dude.
There's every color Hulk.
Is she venomized?
No.
Venomized Red She-Hulk. Venomized Red Hulk.
That's so funny.
If they drop Venom one day, look out. That's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Animated Venom or Carnage. You see him in Fortnite? You see the way he looks in Fortnite? Venom looks insane in Fortnite. And have you seen the Spider-Man, the video game that's coming out with Symbiote Spider-Man, how he's jumping around? Have you seen the animations on that?
And Miles Morales?
Yeah, the Miles Morales one. It's insane.
Yes, indeed. Okay,
that's what we want.
27 people who have Hulk power. So Jennifer Walters, no, it's not going to be a She-Hulk.
Red She-Hulk. And Dino, and Grandson, did you guys hear when I asked him about David Yu at Warner Brothers Studios there, and how they had Batmobiles and stuff, and his because he's there, and if you go on Instagram, you see David Yu's account, he's getting like a tour, right? And he was like sharing pictures of like Batmobiles, and I was like, oh, but actually Alex said that Warner Brothers has a 3D scanning device that they use to like bring physical objects into like the digital space, right, for movies and stuff. And they're there using it, like renting it.
Oh, that's cool.
They have a relationship with the company where and so David Yu is then getting a tour, but they have some physical items that they brought over, that theoretically will turn into drops that they're using that Warner Brothers has a scanner there it's like a 3-dimensional one for digitizing. Remember Vibes? Isn't that what he said, Vibes? That's what he was saying, right?
Like bring stuff in. They could do like movie props and stuff like that. So maybe obviously not like maybe characters, but obviously like props of vehicles, items, things like that they can even bring in non-Warner Brothers like licensed stuff to go in there and like 3D print. Like he said there's like a fee involved or whatever, it's probably involved with like turning on the machine and all that stuff to get it done. But so it sounds like if they ever want stuff kind of like kind of make it easier, I would assume, for their team to kind of like design it and make it quicker and all that stuff. Because if you guys ever noticed, like the Marvel drops, like the collectibles are kind of like like some of them are really good, like Miles Morales, but like Storm, a Wonder Woman, those kind of like scuffed. But the DC ones look great because like they're already based on like 3D figures. So I would assume DC just sent them the 3D assets. They could do it super easy, but like Marvel, they do everything from scratch. So I'm kind of curious in the future if they're going to be able to like do that stuff a bit quicker now that they can kind of like 3D scan certain things.
Although there are definitely already Marvel statues, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's interesting why they don't do the same for Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I know, right?
Yeah,
maybe because they made it, or I don't know, but it could be the deal. But anyway, I actually need to run, guys. So it was actually really nice seeing you, Dino, Grandison. We'll have to all hang out at DCon again. Mycollectables, happy birthday again! Congrats on 150. And yeah, next time we're at Decon, we all need to shave our heads and dress up as different characters.
I'm close.
Hey,
let's go.
I have to let it grow out.
I can grow a nice beard. I can do it, guys. I'm beard able.
You're beard able?
Beard
I'll be like Master Roshi, and like someone else could be Bane from Batman. Like we're all just bald. And, like, I dig
walking around.
I know. Well, just
I got the body for Maestro Hulk, so I could do that one.
Yeah. Easy.
There is that. Yeah. Bald icons. Bicons. Hulk 2099.
Yeah, thanks, Vibe, for coming, man. It's awesome to see you again, and as always, man. And let's go live again. Let me know when you're going live on your channel, and I'll pop it. If you want, I'd love to pop over and just hang. We can talk Eve there.
I haven't played in so long. Like I haven't played in it's probably like 7-8 months. Like at least like actually sat down and played it. Like probably even longer than that. But
are you part of a corporation?
Yeah, well, I am. It's a wormhole corporation, so we like live in wormholes and stuff. And
here we go, guys. Here we go.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't get me started because I love that game. I played for years.
And ate some pulled pork at a friend's place here in about an hour and a half. So,
all right, go get some pulled pork.
Let's do it.
Pulled pork last night. It was good.
Thanks, Vibes. We'll see you next time, man.
Vibes.
Yeah, that was so fun hanging out with Vibes, man. That was cool.
Oh, bye, Vibes.
Yeah, I sent a link to Rob stuff too, right? We're gonna get the crew together, as we sort of like called it. We got to go to Rob stuff's channel to do that because we just hung out there for like literally 6 months straight.
Yeah,
we did a lot of streams there, man.
Yeah,
I was happy to get to meet him at the Decon kickoff party. He was real nice.
You'll get your logo soon too, Grandison, because we asked Alex about that too when he was here again. I mean, I talked to him last week, and you guys are getting it. So
aren't they giving us the blue? Are they giving us the blue ones? I think that's what we're all guessing.
Well, he did say that before, like that the blue and one, but they also today said like maybe you'll get something else.
What?
I know. Go back and watch. It's like
that means literally nothing and everything at the same time.
I know. It's great.
That means two things to floor.
It could be. It could be one more than one. It could be one. Just I can't remember exactly how he worded it. I have to because this is still live, but 45 an hour.
I'll test out the new cash out feature for them.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, speaking of cash out, Dino, how do you floor Cryptoys? PayPay wants to know.
That's a great question, man. I heard you have to sell accounts. I heard it's a rug. No, I'm just kidding. No, I can't right now. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I bought into the rug. I'm excited though. They're really nice over there, so that was cool.
Why did you buy into Cryptoys? It's a good question, actually, because I bought a couple, right? And it's a good question.
You want to know why? You want to know why? To be honest, I'll tell you why.
I mean, I know you have a reputation of flooring, but you're a collector. You love stuff.
No, I do.
Everyone bugs you about flooring. It's kind of your funny joke, right?
Yeah, it just gets it's a bit, right? It's a bit. It's a persona. Yeah. It's an online. It's fun though. I do floor a lot. I'll adapt when the market changes, right? I'll be Dino Diamond Hands. It's all good to me. I don't care. No, I like Star Wars. Obviously, I love Star Wars. Like I absolutely love. So like that is already going to get my attention. I don't like that they don't have a market yet. I really like how their experience is. I heard the unboxing experience is incredible. When I did it, it was awesome. What pushed me over the edge? You want to know what honestly pushed me over the edge? Was the massive toxicity from BB community on Twitter towards their project. Basically talking mad garbage about it, saying that it's they're awful and blaming Paul Barron, all this kind of stuff. So it kind of caught my attention about why people were talking so bad about it when they didn't really do anything. You know what I mean? I think it. They're just doing their own thing, right?
Right.
So actually, that pushed me over the edge. I was like, I'm gonna go support them now.
Have you noticed? Oh, sorry, keep going, man. Yeah.
No. Then I saw they reward their content creators too, which I thought was really cool. So I went in and I bought one on a live stream, and their founders joined my live stream and hung out, and we all just started degenning, and people were like super chatting for me to buy more. So we ended up buying 3 Cryptoys. The unboxing experience was awesome. I love Star Wars. I do hope they add a market because I would love to move in the market. That's what I prefer.
They will. It's like 2024,
yeah.
Next year, I think, is what they initially said. So at some point, they'll get a market.
That's
market
why
so I can buy the ones I want. like that's the only reason why I'm not minting a bunch right now, because I'll get stuff that, I mean, I like them all,
That
but
you don't
I
want,
want to get certain ones. They're $40 each. You know, I got to be okay with my cash, my money. I can't spread it around.
Yeah.
So as soon as a market opens up, I will go and buy the ones I want. I mean, hopefully they won't be out of reach. Like I'm not talking legendary. I just want the common Vader, to be honest. I want the common Vader and the common Luke, because that Vader just with his mask. I mean, that I don't care if it's worth any. That's what I want. If I go mint one, because I got the rare Luke and the pilot, which was cool, but on VV I get nothing but commons. I know if I go mint one, I'm gonna get like what you got. You got the legendary Leia. I saw you got that's one you got. I won't get the common, right? I'll get one of the scarce ones, which would be cool. It's just my luck. It'll be reversed luck.
Yeah.
Right?
Didn't that already happened? I thought you did get a super rare one. Mycollectables.
Well, yeah, I did. I got the Luke pilot, Red 5 pilot. That one's like I think it's the rare. I think it's like a couple tiers up. And that's great. I have it. I haven't unboxed it, you know. I mean, I haven't unwrapped it.
Yeah.
And I have a Granger. I bought one of the He-Man ones as well, like before.
That's probably the only reason I want to market is so people can buy what they want, right? Because like
that's
right now,
me, yeah.
spend $41 like after tax. Yeah. You can't control what you want. And if you only want a common, then you know, it's like whatever.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, right? That's a great point. You can't finish sets, you can't without just keep going. So yeah, that's why I joined. I liked it. I liked the unboxing. I like Star Wars. I'm going to approach it like until I learn more, because I know very little. I'm going to approach it like that money can't be cashed out. And so like, you know what I mean? Like I really hope it does, but I don't think if you're going to go to a level of investment where let's say it takes a long time to have a market or to cash out, you're going to get frustrated. I mean, you know, just be careful, you know, because like then you're going to have to sell an account. I don't even know if that's against TOS or I was just joking. Right. So I think we have to approach it like that because there is no market, because even because it's in a soon state. And, you know, I like their site though. It's clean. Their unboxing was incredible. It was like an experience, like the music and the holocron moving. And I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I really like the Leia with the hair buns. It's just classic Leia look. That's probably the only one that I actually like, so it's kind of cool that I got that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone just said they got the 69 Ultra Grail Luke in the chat. So congrats.
Crazy 10.
Let's go. Yeah,
nice.
I got a lot of them.
Awesome.
I got too many of them. I don't know.
Oh, you did? You bought a bunch?
Oh, you went crazy?
I bought 2 max packs, and so then
they
airdropped me.
Oh yeah, the airdrops.
Yeah, they got me airdrops, and then so I got from that I got a Grail, I got a bunch of Leias, some rare Lukes and stuff, and then after that I did just 2 more buys, and one was a Grail Leia and another Grail Darth Vader.
Nicely done.
You got 2 Grails? Dang, bro.
Yeah, in a row. And then I got a common Leia again, which I have so many of now. So, but yeah, now I can unbox. I unboxed one of my Grail Vaders and I kept one in the package. And I don't even know, like, it doesn't really matter because it's digital, right? Like unpackaging, they can't get damaged anyway. But it's funny and it's fun that like you psychologically are like, I don't want to open it, you know? Like I literally am like, unless I have a dupe, I don't unpack them.
Me too. It's because it comes from my toy collecting background where I never opened up the vintage stuff.
Yeah.
And I just can't. And I love the packaging. I like physical toy packaging. I just love it. I just love the way it looks and everything. And I have some that are out and they're like, you know, on display as statues. But so these, I don't mind keeping them wrapped up, but I do want to run around in their little world. You know, because they're going to add that for Star Wars. They're going to add the runaround. So I got this one here. I got the rare Luke pilot here. And I know, this is what you got over here, the legendary.
Yeah, I got the legendary Leia. And for the people who care, I guess technically Leia is the only FA over there right now.
Yep.
I'm not that's not a huge deal to me in this current like state where I'm at. But I know some people do care. So I that's cool. Like it's an added bonus.
Well, they'll add more as well. And sorry, Granison, do you have an Ultra Grail? Sorry,
no. I have so I have 2 Grail Vaders. I have a Grail Leia. I have a legendary Leia.
Leia.
Yeah, I have rare Luke. I have rare Leia.
Yeah.
And I have I don't have a rare Vader, and I have a bunch, all the commons. Yeah, so I got a bunch. But I will say that this is obviously speculation. Don't go out and lose your mind. But there was a post from somebody on the team that had like a Pokeball like bouncing and stuff like that, and I tweeted and I was like, "Oh, that would be dope." And he said, "It will be dope."
Oh, interesting. It
The
will.
Pokemon hint again.
It
They took a
will
note
be
from
dope.
Vivi's playbook. They're like, hint at Pokemon.
Hint at Pokemon.
That's interesting. There you go, man. That's interesting.
Wait, is that real? Find that tweet. Send it to me. Let's make some videos. Let's make some clickbait. I think they should have called them. I think they should have called them not comments. It should have been Grails, Better Grails, Super Better Grails, Ultra Grails, Ultra Better Grails. I think everyone
bestest Grail.
I like that.
bestest of the best Grail.
You shouldn't be, Dino. You shouldn't be putting this out there. You should be selling that info as like, you know. You should be
Oh,
selling
yeah, my
that to
bad,
a new company coming out. You know, like
I'm gonna
this is
launch
how
my
you
own
do
product.
it. You insert Pokemon tweet here at this stage of the game. Insert Better Grail. Call it Better Grail.
2 months into your business plan, hint at Pokemon.
Name
Down
GPT.
the line.
I'm selling my Name GPT services for $30,000. I don't guarantee any returns, but you at least can have the tools that I have developed personally for free.
Yeah.
For the low price of $39.99 a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Well, guys, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to get going.
All right.
I know it's a Brop. I'm going to do a Dino. I'm just going to like, you know how Dino just does it. He just loses it. No, I'll take a little bit more. Oh, Dino did leave.
He did it to you.
He did it. He did
All right,
what he
so
does.
well, it's been fun. It's good seeing y'all.
Yeah, man. No, it's great seeing you again, too, man. We'll chat again. And yeah, you're welcome on anytime, obviously, right? Just if you see me live, just text me, right? Or tweet at me.
I saw you from the SoCal group. I was like, wait, what? They were like, oh, Alex just revealed Red Hulk. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go check it out. And then I was like, I want to say what's up to these fools.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. We'll chat again, too.
Hell yeah. DJ.
Take care. Oh, you guys, this has been so fun. I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. I'm going to end it here so I can get on with my day. And but yeah, man, it's crazy. We had Hinano on here to start off to congratulate him on his being selected as a collector spotlight. That was amazing. Thank you so much to everybody who like joined the channel as a member here. I saw you earlier, and thank you so much for the gifted memberships from Kobe and a few others. If you got one of those, make sure you DM me, okay? And over the next day here, I will get you your Drophead NFT. And if you're not already in the Discord, I'll get you that link. And, you know, I'll take care of you. So just make sure you DM me on Instagram or Twitter. Or if you're on Discord already, you know, if you got a gifted membership, you do get another NFT, which is cool. And anyone who upgraded to my level 2, make sure you DM me as well so I can get you that level 2 reward. So you either get 3 Drophead 1s or a Drophead 2, and then it just upgrades it all, right? And we got comic book rewards coming up this week, which is good. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Most importantly, Alex came on the channel and said hi, and that was fantastic. And dropped the Red Hulk right here, and also, you know, go back and watch because he answered some questions specifically about the payout for Vivi, where, you know, we're not losing payout like forever or something. Obviously, they literally have the other company, and they have to drop wire and jump over to the other company. So in this middle period, there's no payout because they have to leave the previous provider and go to the new one. And they have that company set up. So hopefully it doesn't take too long for you guys. And that will be international, he said right here. So hopefully that does happen. It works out really great because I'm in Canada. I haven't had cash out for ages, you know, and if you're not in the United States, you haven't, right? So hopefully there's a nice bridge there. And that's that. So then, of course, the Red Hulk's coming on Wednesday. And we don't know the edition size and we don't know the price, but I assume it's going to be a little bit lower in terms of edition size than the previous one. And I'm sure it's going to be the same price as the previous ones because it's the rare version. They're going common, uncommon, rare. And then obviously the next one's going to be ultra rare. And then the secret rare is the airdrop. So the Red Hulk looks good. I think some people have like taken that little clip it a video and tweeted it out. So go check that out, or you can go back in the stream about an hour or so and you can watch the whole thing, which is cool, super cool. So that was great. Alex coming out. Grandison joined. We obviously had Dino pop in here as well. And all you people who gave me a shout out today, I really appreciate you guys. It's been 150 streams And it's been super fun. I'm going to end it with my little highlight video again. I've played it for the third and final time here. I'll tweet this out as well. But thanks so much for coming out, you guys. We'll go on to the number 151 stream soon, and we'll just keep it going. And we couldn't do it without you. Obviously, you guys make the streams what they are, and you know, if you weren't here, what would I do, right? I'd be talking to myself. So it's all about you guys. So I really appreciate you guys on the channel for sure. And we'll see you next time, guys. What a great day! This was fun. Have a great weekend. And look at my I'm going for Dark Side tomorrow. You saw my strategy in the video. If you want to see that, what I'm going to do with him, he's going to look good in my vault as well. I'm gonna. If you want to know what I'm going to do with that, watch my vid. I'm going to just look at the drop, see how it goes at first, and then maybe pick one up in the market for sure. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll leave it here with my recap. Thanks so much. I'm absolutely going mad here, everybody. Super happy. He's into the Christmas spirit. Look at him here. He's all excited. Grogu, get off the desk. What are you doing? I'm trying to do a video here. I don't know what. The app is young. It's like, you know, it's over a year old, but it's not like something that is super established long-term already, where, you know, there's tons of people that know about it. We're very young, okay? So we're early in the process. So we're all still learning, including me, right? They're dumping it for like 80% below retail. What are you doing? Honestly, this is just so annoying and upsetting and pisses me off in so many levels. I got all my Vader stuff out ready. I got my 2 little figures here. They're going to keep me company all the way till the drop and through the day. I got my shirt right here. Check it out. Vader was framed, everybody. It's not his fault. He's not a villain. You want him in your collection, don't you? And then I got over my shoulder the original FA Vader. So I'm going to have an FA Vader in the real world, and I'm hoping to get the FA Vader in the digital world. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video. Hey everybody, this is Mycollectables coming back with another video, and I want to ask the question, are we crazy?
I may have a little something I can share if you don't mind.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, why not? I know this is a great
Sure,
show.
sure.
I love how.
No! No, you are not! No, you're not doing that here! What? What the? No way! Oh my. Boba Fett is coming to Vivi. What? My thoughts about what's going on, you know, inside and outside the Vivi community, and more importantly, talk to you about the fact that we won't be stopped. Vivi won't be stopped. Hey everybody, this is